Welcome back to the Sisko and Mike podcast. We got a special guest today. He's an author. He's a comedian. We got Vicor Zapata, a.k.a. Young Beavz, joining us today.
What's up,
bro?
How's
Thanks for coming
doing?
on, man.
Hey, he's local. He's local here at SGV,
Hell
bro.
yeah. And shout out to SGV. Hell yeah.
It feels good, fool, because remember, we started off our show with a lot of pure SGV people.
Yeah.
We started off with like 5-6 people from the SGV in a row.
That's cool.
And then it kind of went away a little bit. But
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
Yeah.
That's good. Hell yeah.
you ready to get started, Mike? Or
Yeah,
what?
let's do it. And,
I know you got a little bit of history here. You guys were chatting that up about this.
Me and Young Beavz go back,
So we're little kids.
So we were little kids.
Yeah,
I was,
selling
I think,
chocolates.
When I met him, I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
So this is where the chocolate stories always come in?
The chocolate stories come in, dog.
Yeah, the chocolate
I
buddy,
got a witness,
He likes to
dog.
talk about that shit all the time.
It's true though.
They taught me a lot of shit, fool. You learn a lot, fool. Like,
Yeah.
believe it or not, we call it the van, right? Because that's what the fuck they pick you up in.
No seats, no nothing, Joe.
They pick you up in this pedophile van, fool.
It
It's
was.
a pedophile van. The windows are fucking covered. They're darkened. There's a big ass speaker in the back. It's basically no mama's way. Like,
It's like a kidnapper van, fool.
For real?
Yeah, it looks creepy. Like the first time I jumped into the van, I was like, fuck.
You're like, I'm
Somebody's
done.
gonna grab my ass or some shit, dude. But it's pretty cool. It's just a bunch of kids that just trying to make extra fetty after. It was after school and on Saturday, Sunday. But the only thing I hated was like if you're all day, no vendes nada, you don't get paid nothing.
Oh, shit.
So you could be out there all day, todo quemado, sudado, rosado, and you make no money. You ain't sell no chocolates, no money.
but you have look. So one thing that I learned from that is you can't just go out there and expect people to buy shit.
Yeah,
fool.
you have to sell yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, one thing I learned is the art of selling.
Yeah,
Well,
which is that's a good skill to have, dude.
One of your mentors, you said, was the fool that did the whole
of course.
chocolate
And
thing.
he knows him.
Yeah,
Marcos.
Marcos.
Shout out to Marcos.
Yeah.
You know, Marcos Avila.
Yeah, he was a good guy, dude.
But I didn't start with him. I started with the wrong crowd, right?
Yeah. I started with Marcos and went to the wrong crowd.
And there's a reason why we used to go to the wrong crowd first.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us were, growing up desmadrosos.
Yeah.
And so the lifestyle that these fools gave us, like the people that drove the vans, it would attract people like.
It was like a party van.
was a
Everybody's
party
back
van.
there, fucking drinking.
You wanted drinks after work?
Yeah.
Serio?
You
Yeah,
get
it was
some
illegal,
beer.
but so it's like teenagers, finding themselves partying.
Exactly.
Because instead of partying on a Friday, we'd be back there partying in the van,
Tuesday,
like a little party
Monday.
Hey,
van.
I don't know, dog. Creeper van,
Yeah.
pedophile van,
Drinks.
drinking in the back.
All bad.
What kind of van was this? Dog? This is not that
It was a
big
party
bus
van,
shit.
fool.
Yeah, it was a little party van.
This is before fucking what was that called? The party hotline?
Yeah, before the party
that
line.
shit, dog. You used to have pagers and then fucking.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember we used to have to chalk the corner, remember?
Chalk the corner?
Because there was no phones or nothing. So the way they would track us down was we'd put our initials on the corner and just put like an arrow, like, so-and-so's right here.
Damn, dog, that's crazy how when you think about this, we have to fucking
I'm
communicate.
surprised. I mean, and I got jacked a couple times, dude. That shit was fucked up, dude. But I mean, it does teach you a lot, dude. Because I learned that you're the only person that's selling yourself. Because when I would come home and I got no money, I was like, nah, I can't do this. And I would like put my heart into it. I'll get on my knees, and be like, hey, I got this, I got this, I got these chocolates. I used to say for the clusters, we got the caramel clusters, they're shaped like turtles. You bite them, they don't bite you back. Like all kinds of stupid lines. Well, you would have to know it by memory. And we had this coloring mat. Remember the coloring mat? We had this big old coloring mat. You had 4 kids. You trying to get on that call. Your husband's calling from prison. Your kids are going crazy. Put them on the floor and just color. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see that much no more, though.
Yeah, they don't. I heard they don't really do it no more.
It's kind of illegal, fool.
Yeah, because child labor.
Child labor, fool. It technically. I used to do the same thing. I learned from him, actually. His brother is my trainer.
Yeah.
His brother Gonzo, shout out to your brother, bro. He
Hey,
was
bro,
my trainer.
is that why you're always making the wrong deals and shit?
All bad upside down deals. Damn, only again.
No, but it's a learning thing. Fool. You learn how to communicate with people.
And that's a
For
great
sure.
skill to have, dude.
That's one of the best skills, bro.
Yeah.
One thing I learned from Victor, from Beaver, was a los paisas. He used to always get them with the pipitorias or the fucking the honey roasted peanuts.
Oh, yeah, para la botana.
Sí, para la
They love
botana.
botana. I'm like, jefe, ire, para la botana, ire, aquí están, ¿quién está botaneando aquí, boo?
Con la chava,
And even though it sounds weird and they don't talk like I talk, they have a good time. They're laughing. This guy, he's trying. Fuck it, he's hustling. Because that's what they want to see is us out there working,
yeah.
They're like, no seas huevón, the older Mexicans.
Even now, bro, it still happens. You see someone like in the corner, like panhandling and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like people still could like, oh, why aren't you out there working? There's hustling. There's people like you said hustling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, I try not to give money to the panhandlers.
Especially Raza, dog. They're always fucking.
Because you could work, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
they're selling flowers. They're selling food, whatever, bro.
Something.
We gotta support them.
whatever.
Yeah, bro.
I respect you more if you do something, dog.
Yeah,
Cause
try to something, even if you try to clean my windows.
exactly.
Get a rag and
do something, yeah.
Can I clean your window? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because a lot of those vatos they're used to the free ride. They just want a free ride. Like, and then dude, the ones that me and my lady were tripping out is the one that say that their family member died supposedly, you know,
Yeah.
and then we found out that some of those are scams, fool.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh,
Yeah,
they
the
caught him on this
picture and
corner,
shit.
and the kid's alive.
Yeah.
There's no dead kid, the kid's alive. Fucking kids are going to school with that kid, like they say you're dead, fool.
There's they say that there's
It's a
people
cold
that
world,
that
dude.
are not millionaires, but they live wealthy.
Off
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
Scam
Oh, the
people.
scams, yeah, I've heard of that.
There was a documentary once that I saw that I forgot what the name of it was. It was a while ago. They followed one of the guys that did that. That fool walked like a mile around the
into a
block.
Benz, I bet
He got into a Benz.
Yep, I think I heard of that.
You heard
Or I
that?
seen it.
He got into a Benz, fool. We're like, what the? I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, because imagine tanta gente que le da dinero, $1 or $2, $10, $20 easy. And I know people that'll be like, oh, $5, I'm doing God's work here, $5.
doing God's
Are
work.
you doing God's work? That was gonna go straight to the liquor.
Exactly. I
Mickey's.
think it's just a way for them to cleanse themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
they
oh,
wanna
I need
feel-
$5, so God, thank you.
I did it yesterday. I was gonna go buy some beers, and I was like, damn, I feel guilty. And I told my lady, hey, let's go get these guys at a car wash, $5. So I won't feel so guilty. You know what I mean?
you know what I started doing instead of giving money now? And it's fucking weird because they still deny it. I buy them food. Like, I'll go to 7-Eleven.
Oh, a lot
and
of
I
them
see
don't want
them.
it.
They don't want it, fool.
Yeah.
They don't want it. I come out with a sandwich. Oh, no, man. I ate better from the trash. I'm like, what?
Are you kidding
I don't
me?
eat after people.
I was like, what the fuck? Like,
No, some picky,
Like that,
fool.
fool?
My daughter
Fuck
tried to do that
that.
right here on Vincent. She tried to give a homeless guy a $5 pizza, and he's like, "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant." I was like, "Well, you're fucking bum, homie. How could you not eat milk? You fucking eat shit, homie. Like, come on."
Fuck.
yeah,
They're
fool.
picky,
Not
fool.
even no water, fool. Like, I had a bottled water
Oh,
for
they
them
won't
too.
take it.
No.
A lot of them won't, though.
That's crazy.
They want the feria, fool.
They want the feria.
That's why if I'm really feeling good, I'll be like, "Fool, you want a beer? I'll buy you a beer better. Come on. I'm gonna get one for me. I'll get you one."
There's a food's a standard that says, hey, I don't want food, I don't want nothing, I just want to smoke some weed.
Yeah, or some beer.
And you gotta respect those fools because
Yeah.
they're keeping it real and shit.
That's what I
They're
do.
not
I'll be like,
trying
you want a beer here? Well, yeah. I gave a guy a shot one time, dog, because I was at the gas station and I always buy 2 tall cans and 2 shots on Friday. I like my paycheck, you know? And he's like, hey, I got a couple dollars you can spare. And I was like, I was feeling good. I was like, "Sabes, look, I'll give you a shot." And I was like, "Oh, gracias, I'll save it for later." I said, nah. You drink that shit right now with me or you're not getting nothing, homie. And he's like, fuck, he twisted my arm. And I was like, well, what the fuck? That was my shot, homie. Like, doing you a bottle.
He was gonna try to slang that shit
Yeah,
after
he was trying to
that.
okey-doke me. He was trying to okey-doke me. Those fools they're tranzas, though.
Hustlers, dog. They
I
learn.
respect the hustler, I just don't respect the conniving thieves.
Yeah, the
If you're
conniving part.
If you're hustling
Good.
the right way, I don't mind
Good,
fucking... I grew up hustling, like I
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
We've
Selling
started hustling.
chocolates.
So if I see a kid on the street,
I always look out to you, yeah.
I do it if he does it the way that I learned. Like,
Yeah.
if he comes at me and sells me him,
Yeah,
I buy
yeah.
him. I don't care how much
Because
it
some,
costs.
they don't even try. They'll be like, got these chocolates. Hey, look, there's
No.
stuff right
I
here.
buy
Like,
chocolate for my sports
like
team.
this
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
Like,
I'm sorry, I don't. I don't support that.
Yeah,
Or
because
the
échale
par-
ganas.
Or you see the parents selling the chocolates for them.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that too. They'll buy all 50. I'll be like, what the hell?
Yeah, fuck
Or they'll
that.
take them to work. Hey, señora, ayúdame con los chocolates para mi hija. Like, what the fuck?
Is it an obligation for us to have to buy that shit? Like,
What do you mean?
When I used to work, because I work from home now.
Is this a question of the week, dog? Or
Yes, like, do you have to buy from your coworkers for their kids' fucking
No.
activities?
And I don't think so.
No.
But
Or you're a
I
piece
be
of
feeling
shit if you
guilty.
don't.
I don't know.
Okay, check it. It depends where you work.
Yeah,
fool.
yeah.
And you work in an office setting.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
You
fool.
have to?
Yeah, fool.
If you don't, you're a piece of shit.
In office setting because there's so few people and shit. Like if you work in the back in the warehouse when there's
They
a
don't
bunch of
give a
fools.
shit.
Dog.
Toma,
I'm a piece of
yeah,
shit,
they
fool.
don't
My
care.
coworkers used to bring fucking those $35 fucking popcorn shit. And I'm like,
Miguel
"No, I
said
don't
he's
believe in that
diabetic. I'm
shit."
diabetic.
It's like with us. There's like what, like 10, 12 of us and shit. I can't say no, fool.
Yeah,
like,
because it's little. It's intimate setting.
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. I think it's a
Or-
scam. That's another scam.
Yeah,
That
I
is
think
a
so
true
too.
scam right there. The school,
If it was
Yeah.
hustling, dog.
they're doing what fucking junior careers
Yeah.
or California
California
teens
teens
used to
are
do. They're
doing
doing
it.
it, but they're doing it a legit way.
Yeah. And then what I don't understand is like the chocolate will say $1 and the kid selling it to me for $3. I even we were at Target and this little guy, he's like, man, this is for my school. And I was like, why does it say $1 on there and you're selling it for $3?
Is it
And he's
inflation?
like, you know how it is, OG, man. Like I was like, is this it for you or is it like, come on, just be straight up, dog.
He hit you with the inflation, dog.
Yeah, he's like, I'll give it to you for $2, man. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hey, he's hustling, dog.
Yeah, he was selling it for $3. Huh?
Inflation, dog. It's the
You want to
rap.
see hustling, dude? Go to downtown LA. We just went to go buy stuff right there, right? And they're charging you to use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Downtown LA.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And if it's peeing, it's one price. If it's shitting, it's another price.
It's becoming Mexico, fool.
Yeah.
No way.
Downtown LA. I swear to God, my lady was like, "Oh my God, it's
So
so
you got
bad."
money, ya te cagaste.
Te cagaste, güey.
And the food that's like you have to pay for the restroom is selling fucking fake Louis right in the front.
Yep.
Do they charge you for the TP too? For the
Did
toilet paper?
they charge you for the toilet paper? No, huh?
Or does it come with a standard fee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid it.
How much was it? Like $1 to pee, $1.50 to take a shit, no?
$2 to pee, and then
Fuck.
it was like
$5.
I got it.
And
And you get time limit?
I think so, yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, because the
dog.
guy was like, señora, ya lleva media hora y salga, por favor.
Hey, so if you see me shitting on the side of the street in LA, you know why?
Yeah, dude, I didn't believe it, so we went, and they're strict on that shit, dude. I was like, fuck.
Mames, güey, that's
Los
Mexico
callejones,
status,
dog, they're doing that shit.
Yeah, callejones, they're better hold it. And the
that.
restaurants won't let you use it either. We went to Starbucks, Pollo Loco, they're like, nope, no restaurants for the,
You gotta buy shit.
you gotta buy shit. And even then, they'll be like, oh, it's broken.
Yeah, they put the no out of order, and then you see the people fucking that work that go in there and shit.
Yep, and I'm like, what are you doing in there?
Crazy. I want to get back to Bieber. I met him, like I said, when I was 12 years old, and then I think for about a year I chilled with him a couple
selling
times.
chocolates,
We were
yeah.
selling chocolates together, and then bam, you disappeared, bro. I know you have a crazy story. You went through a lot. That's got in you here. Tell us a little bit about that, dog. Tell us what's going on.
What happened with all that was I ended up getting locked up. I was already hanging around with the wrong crowd. Even though I was selling chocolates, telling kids I was staying out of gangs. I was in a gang already. I got into the bullshit, and then I just went down the wrong road. I ended up getting locked up. I went to Juno Hall. I did all that bullshit. I went to YA. I get out of YA, and then like I was still on the dumb mentality, you know. So I just kept committing crimes, and it just dragged me more and more down, man.
Crazy.
What was it that kind of led you to that lifestyle?
What it was I mean, my parents were real strict. He's heard them. Like, my mom was super strict on me, so I was getting spanked for coming home 5 minutes late. So what I started thinking was, like, if I'm gonna get fucked up, I'm gonna make it worth it. I'm gonna come home 3 hours late, or not even come home. And then I started hanging around with my homies, and then it was all cool, you know. And I feel as a kid, you want that camaraderie, like how we're just bullshitting right now. Like that's what you want as a kid, you know. And he knows, like I was selling chocolates because I was poor. I wasn't selling chocolates because I wanted it just to kill time. I needed money, you know. Like especially in junior high, no gear, you know. So I was like, I need some money, you know. And my mom, you know, she's a good woman, but they didn't make money like that, you know. My family was poor, so I was like doing whatever I can. And once I was doing the chocolates thing, it was cool, but I was making, like, on a good day, $50.
Yeah.
That's a good day selling chocolates. 60 sometimes. So once I started kicking to my homies and we're robbing and breaking into shit, I was like, dude, I can make $100 in 5 minutes, you know. So I got addicted to the fast life, you know, like breaking into houses, stealing cars, stealing radios, rims, whatever, just to make fast money. And then I don't know if you remember Family Bargain right there, where you used to sell pants.
Simon.
Yeah, on Ramona. So I started stealing clothes. Fuck it, geared up every day, you know, because nobody wants to be that kid at school with no gear, you know.
We want to fit in, bro.
Exactly.
At
That's what it all comes down to. And a lot of people won't admit it, but I'll admit it. I wanted to be accepted. I wanted to be part of the cool crowd, you know, like the popular kids. And I wasn't. You know, my cousin was. Homeboy was popular. I wasn't popular, you know. So in order to transition into that crowd, I needed to look good. And I did it. I was chubby, fucking, you know, no gear. Fucking, I remember T-shirt World. Do you remember T-shirt World? Those are the shirts that my mom would buy me. The 5 for 10, full with the drawing in the front.
Yeah.
And I'd be
Los
like,
Angeles.
yeah. It was embarrassing, fool. And I'd be like, fuck, dude. And then, you know, people would talk about it at school. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. I don't want this. Like, I want something better. So in my mind, I thought I was making the right choice, but in reality, I was making a wrong choice. You know, that just snowballed all the way into, like, worse.
It's one of the things that we always talk about it. You know, like who was it? Macho. when we talk about like just us as people, that we join gangs, we join clubs, we join sports,
Yeah, because you want to be part of something.
just to be part of something, just to have that feeling of, belonging to a group
Yeah.
or having a family.
Nobody wants to be an outcast, People say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't need nobody," but the reality is, you do.
Yeah.
You want to be part of a crowd. You want to be like have camaradas or friends. Like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? Are you having a bad day? Who you gonna call?"
Especially at that age. I think as we get older, we kind of learn, like with
Yeah.
us, our family and things like that.
Yeah, because then
how
your
to
family
cope.
becomes your friends, your wife, your
Exactly. But as a kid, it's like you don't have that. You want someone that can relate to you. Your parents can't
Exactly.
relate, bro.
Exactly. Your family can't relate, And the reason why I came to this podcast, what I wanted to, because because I've been on different podcasts, and you guys heard my story. Like, it's a crazy story, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was in a jail where a lot of crazy shit happened. Like there was a lot of kids that were getting beat up, kids getting raped, and all that, right? So what I wanted to say on your guys' podcast was, for years I never told nobody. And it was just in my mind, and I was just working, but I was always like fucked up, drinking, and I had, that just stays in your head. Puta chinga esa madre, right? So, but I'm just like, fuck it, it's in the past. I overcame it. Like, it doesn't matter. But I started noticing, like, it did bother me, like it stays in your mind, and it was taking like a big toll on me. I started noticing I was drinking more. I was real reckless. I was still making bad choices, and I'm like thinking like, now I'm older, and I don't blame it on my parents or my upbringing no more. So I'm like, what is bothering me like that? So one day, I'm chilling in my house, and I like to chill alone. Cause I was in prison for a long time. So they say that a lot of the great leaders would go by themselves places, and they would just sit alone, and they would gather their thoughts. That's how you would figure out who you really were. Mm-hmm. And you could look back and be like, okay, this guy is my friend, this guy's not. This is a move I should make, this is not, So people think that being alone is bad. But in reality, being alone is good, because you gather yourself up. So now when I am around people, I could be the best version of me, If you're constantly around people, you don't know who you are because you're just trying to please everybody, So when I shared my story, like it was like an embarrassing moment in my life because of everything que pasó, like how kids were getting fucked up and how I seen all the things that I seen, because I seen a lot as a kid, and I still remember it. Like my lady knows that every night I have nightmares full off that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's either I'm getting stabbed or I'm stabbing somebody or it's just like nonstop bad,
Yeah.
So I said one day, you know what? I'm gonna come forward with my story, and hopefully it can help somebody else, going down that path like we did, and make better choices, join the Corps or get a job, like so they don't think that that's the only way they can take, So I come forward, I say my story in American Cholo. It does good, but I start getting a little backlash, right? I start going to other podcasts and I get more backlash, right? And I ignore it, and I'm like, you know what? It's not even a big deal, whatever, right? But my lady knows that shit'll eat me up, dog. Because I'm right there. I'm one of those guys that's reading every comment. I'm looking at every comment like, son of a bitch, dude. like, si me está molestando a mí and it's bothering me, like, how do you think the kids that really got the shit in the stick, how do you think they feel? So that's why I get upset when people, like, talk shit. Because it's like, what kind of person are you that you're laughing at somebody else's pain, And I get it. The internet is that kind of vibe, where we make fun of people and we fuck somebody who doesn't be like that, right?
Yeah.
So I always told myself, like, you know what? Like, I'm going to keep forward with my story. I already said it, and I'm just going to show it with my actions. Like, even though I went through all that, I'm doing better now. I'm in a better place. I'm a comedian. I'm a positive figure for people. But I'm glad that I said my story because it could show, like, all the morritos doing the dumb shit that we did is like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like there's no future in that. You're just gonna go to prison. You might be an addict. You might be homeless. Like find a better road. And that's my message. That's the message I push.
You know what's crazy too, bro? It's not just for the morritos. It's for the people that are there that can read your book and be like, damn, it's not too late.
Yeah.
It's not too late for me to change what I'm doing and shit.
That's true.
If Homeboy can do it now, after all that, why can't I do it? You know what I'm saying?
And I was like deep in the shit, dude. Like I went to prison. I got validated. All that bullshit. I was like, I already had accepted my life as like, I'm going to be a lifer. Like, fuck it. I'm never going to be able to be nothing but this. Because that was the only thing I was good at, was just being in prison.
Is that the mentality, bro, for a lot of people in there? Like, just thinking, fuck it, this is my life now.
I think it's you get used to it, fool. You get so used to it, and it's like you're comfortable, even though it's like a fucked up place. Like, because prison is not fun, jail's not fun. Like, I don't recommend nobody to go, but you know how they say, like, you've been in the court, right? So it's second nature to you to be around men, to be in that environment, and when something pops off, you don't get scared because ya estás acostumbrado. So that's what happened to me in prison. Even though it was chaos and all that, it was more easy for me to deal with that than to be out here paying bills. And that's I'm being 100% honest. You know, in there was easier for me than out here, because out here I gotta pay the mortgage, I gotta pay my daughter's cell phone, I gotta pay child support, I gotta buy groceries.
Responsibilities.
Exactly. And people say, oh, you know, be a man, go to prison or prove yourself. Nah, I feel like real men are out here, dog, paying bills, you know, being responsible. Like, I feel as Latinos, we have a fucked up mentality where, especially growing up in the hood, like we all grew up in the hood, where they say, oh yeah, you're not a man until you go to the pinta. Like, that's dumb as fuck. Like, right? Like, they should tell you, mate, you're not a man until you buy a house. You're not a man until you take care of your kids, you know?
You do right by your kids, by your family, yeah.
But we had that dumb mentality, like, oh yeah, my homie's down, and he just got, like, I've been there, done that, and I just feel like we as Latinos, we should unbreak that habit, dude. Like, and that's why I dress the way I dress, because a lot of people, like, they talk shit about that, like, why do you dress like that? And because I want to stay genuine to myself. I want people to know, if I can do it like this, why can't you do it? You got no criminal record, you got everything going for you, you got a good house, do it. If I can do it, you can do it, right? Okay. So there's a lot behind my story, you know, and I want it to help people, you know. That's the only reason why I came forward, and I do get a lot of backlash, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, fuck them. They're always gonna talk shit, you know, because my lady knows that shit'll bother me, though. I'll be up all night like, man, I want to fucking just go out, but it's like, why? Yeah. Why am I gonna lose everything that I work for one comment that doesn't even have a picture? Exactly. It's a user.
It's a vato that has no picture, no friends, no likes, no nothing.
You know what's crazy, bro? That we've talked about it a lot. A lot of these people that just like to talk shit or hate, they're feeling that way, bro, but they can't come forward. Yeah. So they're hating on you because you're able to be like, fuck it, this is who I am. Yeah, this is who I am, and they don't.
I agree. I think that's what it is, though. I think exactly that's what it is, and they have to hide behind it. Exactly. And you know what? Like, to now, I'm at peace, and that's why I said I'm gonna come to your podcast and I'm gonna share my peace, because you know what? They want to hate, that's fine. They want to talk shit, that's fine. Yeah. I hope one day they find the peace that I found, because I'm at peace, though. Cool. I have a good family, I have a good wife, I have a house, I'm comfortable at work. I'm a comedian. You know, I go to places and they're like, hey, what's up, Young Beavz? Yeah. And it feels good, dog. I never in a million years would have thought that I felt good like that. You know, I always thought I was going to be a scumbag in prison. You know, and you know, I don't knock nobody that's living that life, but I'm glad that I was able to step away, you know.
Did you ever have those feelings, bro? Like, when you're in juvie and YA, did you ever feel like, fuck, dog, like, maybe I should try something different? Or
I wanted to do something different, but it was I couldn't do it.
It wasn't a choice.
I couldn't do it because in YA I was fighting every day. I was like, every day I was todo panic. That's why it was really fucked up my head, because I was fighting against my own raza. I was fighting against my own raza, like my own, not my homies, but my own kind. Simon. You know, like other barrios that we didn't get along with. And then I just didn't like how they all ganged up and tried to take out me, you know, one person. And now, and I started seeing how they would treat our own people. And I'm like, dude, that's foul. Like, they would tell other homies, like, shut up, you ain't Mexican. And I'll be like, dude, he's still Mexican, whether you say that or not. Like, he's still, like, how dumb. Like, they thought that they were, like, the oppressor, but in reality, they were ignorant. Because you can't take that man for being Mexican. He's still Mexican. Exactly. By you beating him up or telling him to go in the corner or whatever they did to him, he's still Mexican. He's still raza. Yeah, so I already hands-on seen how the raza did the raza, you know? So when I grew up and I went to prison, I already told myself, I don't want to be like that. Yeah. I never want to be like that. I'm not going to do my people like that. I'm gonna do better by my people. And when I went to prison, I thought I was doing better until, you know, I'm doing some stuff, whatever, and I started seeing, like, dude, I'm doing the same thing, but in a bigger level, dude. I'm like in a worse level. Yeah. You know, they were picking on one people. I'm doing some crazy shit. So I started thinking like, what really, really, really made me change my mind is 2019, I get busted, right? And I'm doing comedy a little bit. It's my first year. I get busted with a gun and some other stuff. And I go to the county. So I'm like, hey, you know what? It's Orange County. I got to get back into the mood. I'm getting back into it. And little by little, I start seeing how everything's different. Like, you know, like in the Marine Corps, you guys have discipline. And same thing in jail. They had discipline. There was like rules you have to go by, like certain things you could do, couldn't do. Well, everything was like different. Nobody cared. Everybody's getting high. People were like falling asleep. Like it's supposedly at 5 o'clock you're supposed to be up. 5 o'clock in the morning you're supposed to be up, like wide awake, ready for who knows what. You know what I mean?
And by this you mean like the raza rule.
And raza, you have to be up at 5 in the morning.
Exercise time and shit.
Yeah, exercise. You have to be 100% ready, like for who knows what, but you're ready, right?
Yeah.
That's you have to be alert. But when I went 2019. People were asleep till 11. Oh, shit. Nobody was waking up for breakfast. And I started seeing like I love the game because the game made me who I was, taught me, raised me since I was a kid, right? But I started seeing like what it was happening.
The game's changing.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, do I really want to be a part of this, or this is my chance to tap out? Like, I mean, walk away good, you know? And that's what I did, and I prayed and I told God, hey, if you get me out of this one, because I was facing 10 years. I'm good. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to walk good. And I did. They gave me 2 years. I did a year in the county. I got out and I was like, I'm good. I got hooked up with my lady. I started doing better. I got my drinking under control, you know, like little by little being a better person. And it's hard, you know, I'm not going to lie, you know, because you still have that in you, you know. But I feel like it's a work in progress, you know. And I want people to know that I go on podcasts and I'm genuine, you know? Like, people always talk shit like, oh, why do you talk about when this guy beat you up or that? And I always tell people, you know what? I'd rather be honest. I'd rather talk about the times that I lost than try to glorify when I won, you know? Yeah. I feel like it takes a real man to say, fuck, I fucked up. Yeah. Or, yeah, that fool beat the fuck out of me. It is what it is, you know? Plus, a lot of fools lie. Yeah. Oh, que lo noqué. Yeah. Right?
Plus, at the same time, like, what you've been saying, that you're trying to be a role model for the youngsters.
Yeah, I want.
You saying, oh, me lo chingué, that's only going to create a false sense of
entitlement.
And of oh, shit, I could do it too.
Yeah.
Because I could be a badass.
Glorifying, winning.
Yeah, why do I want to send somebody down that path?
Exactly.
When I didn't want to be on that path, and I'm like happy that I'm off it. You know, because now look at the things that I'm doing. I'm doing comedy. I'm a content creator. Like, it's a whole nother vibe, dude. Like, it's way better. Like, I never, ever in my life thought I'd be where I'm at now, you know. With a mic, talking to people on podcasts, my voice getting heard by millions and hundreds of people. That's cool, you know.
Simon.
Well, I want to ask, bro, why do you think it is? Because we've talked about shit a lot. And right now that you're talking about it, even in prison, it's the same shit. Why is it that we are like this with our own people and shit? Why do you think outside, I understand why, you know, there's people maybe having this fear of coming out or speaking up what they're feeling. Mm-hmm. But why do you think it's like that with raza in prison? Like you said, bro, we're doing this to our own people in there and out here, bro.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel like our raza is not ready to see the next man come up. They don't want to see the next man excel. You know, it's like let's say if the homie does this, right? He has skills in engraving. I'm gonna be like, that's bad, but I seen better. Eh? Like, it's in our nature. Like, we can't give that man credit.
But is it jealousy, bro? What is it?
I think it's from our parents, because our parents like that too. My parents were like that.
And you know what? It's crazy because in the military happens.
Right.
In the military, at least in my experience, and this is me, when we were in Japan, because I was stationed in Japan for 2 years. Uh-huh. The raza, I have a picture. I'll post it later or some shit. We used to have some carnes, fool. Like, we used to. It was almost like I'm not gonna compare to prison, because obviously prison is its own environment.
But it's its own vibe.
It's exactly the same. I'm talking about like
the unity, camaraderie.
In Japan, all the raza would get together. We would have barbecues on the weekend.
That's cool as fuck.
We used to have fucking. Pisto up the ass, right? We used to, because we were limited in buying pisto, so we would fucking
everybody chip in.
Exactly. So, pero lo que empezó a pasar, that whole, like, there was Northsiders and Southsiders over there.
Oh, see, yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck?
Military, police officer, it's his own gangs, dog.
But exactly, but it was like, what the fuck?
Fools from down south and fools from up north. Yeah,
from up north.
I've heard about that too. That once they drink or whatever, they get into conflict.
There were times we were all chilling, fool. Éramos como 100 deep. And ya cuando estábamos pedos, un güey tiraba barrio y otro güey tiraba barrio y ya valió verga, güey.
I heard about that too. Honestly, I did hear about that.
Yeah. It was like that, fool. So
it's like you're at a place, but you can't let go of certain things.
Exactly. So it's like he's saying, like it comes from our parents. It's
and
like,
our pride. I feel like we're real prideful. We don't want to like be looked at or deemed as a bitch or no good.
Exactly. So it comes down from you're a bitch, fool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that word is big. Like imagine somebody says, "Oh, you know, rank out." Oh,
bro. Put it this way. Last week, dog, just so you can get an idea. We're just chilling here. I don't know how the shit came up about push-ups, and we're like, you can't do fucking 20 push-ups.
Here you go, dude.
Here he fucking goes, dog. Just to prove us wrong.
Yeah, see, but it's because it's in you. Yeah, it's in you. Yeah. I believe it. I believe it.
We're fucked up, dog. We're fucked up in that.
But just imagine if we as Raza was to get that and push that energy good.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I think it's changing, bro. Slowly.
It is slowly changing. I do see it.
I think it's too slow. I don't think we'll be around when fucking shit's like different, or hopefully it doesn't go backwards.
You think we'll have a Mexican or a Hispanic or Latino
president? I heard it is. I heard it is.
In our lifetime?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Because I read a book when I was in jail, right? It's called Behold the Pale White Horse. And that book is like one of those conspiracy books, right? Mm-hmm. So in jail, you got nothing to do but read. So I read that book, and it's a red flag book. Like you can't, you're not supposed to read it. There's certain books in jail you're not supposed to read.
They're banned?
They're banned. Like that one is 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction. Those books you're not supposed to read in jail.
Why is that?
Because supposedly the 48 Laws of Power, if you read it and you study it, it'll show you like to overthrow, like to start mayhem, because if you read the book, it gives you like a breakdown of how to overpower somebody.
So there's knowledge.
Challenging the system.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
And I've read it. There's good valid points on there. Like the number one rule is never outshine the master. And if you hear it, it's like, what the fuck, some ninja shit right now. But if you really let us like Coco, what it means is like, let's say for instance, me and you are working together and you're my supervisor and I'm better than him. I should never make him look less or worse of a worker. I should always make him look good. Why? Because the minute that I look better than him, I'm a threat, and he's gonna fire me. Mm-hmm. So books like that are actually not bad to read. Like I read a lot of books like that. And I'm like, dude, that's like everyday good knowledge, right? But in jail, they're scared that you use it for wrong, So this book is called Behold the Pale White Horse, right? And it's a crazy book, right? I'm reading it and I'm in the hole, right? And I'm like, in this book, it says like the government has a weather machine, all kinds of crazy shit, right? So there's one part where the guy's saying that there's going to be a black president. And this is in 2004 when I was in jail. Obama didn't even exist, though. So when I seen Obama, I was like, dude, that book is real. Like, that's crazy, right? So I started thinking, like, more into the book, right? It says there's going to be a female president. Hillary Clinton almost became a president, right?
Yeah.
Pamela Harrison is the vice president. So si le pasa algo a Biden, she's president, right? That's so who knows? If it happens, it happens. The third last thing that's supposed to happen is a Latino president. He says there's going to be in that book that there was going to be a Latino president. But he doesn't say like Latino, he just says Hispanic, from Hispanic heritage. So it could be Central American, whatever. But they said there is going to be one. So who knows?
It's impossible for it not to happen, bro. At some point, we're almost there. We're becoming the majority.
Yeah, we are. Right now, we're like 70% from what I heard.
So right now, what are they doing? They're trying to control the voting, the districts to keep their power.
Exactly.
White power.
And they keep doing that by redistricting.
Redistricting and all that shit, making it hard for people to vote.
Yeah.
So that's why they're trying to keep their power and dividing us, obviously.
Exactly.
But dog, it's going to be a point where we're too much of a majority.
Yeah. There's a lot of raza everywhere. I heard they're in Utah.
Everywhere, bro.
Everywhere. Kansas. So Canada.
Just send the Mexico team there. You'll see them come out to the stadiums.
So I went to Wisconsin back before COVID, right? It's fucking Trump Nation there. You see flies
but raza flying.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
There was like one or two Mexicans that you would see like occasionally, every now and then in las cocinas, bro. So it's like fucking this last time that I went this year.
All raza.
Fool. There's fucking college kids, university kids, fucking fools working, Mexican restaurants, businesses, everything. Fool. We're everywhere, dog.
I think that's a good thing, fool, because a lot of us, and I'm gonna say that because I'm first generation Mexican American, right?
Yeah, me too.
Mis papás vinieron de Mexico.
Yeah.
And a lot of our kids now are second generation, third generation.
There are no Savo kids.
Exactly. No Savo kids.
No Spanish. No Spico.
But a lot of them are going to school.
Yeah, yeah.
To get educated.
Yeah, yeah.
And whether they might not be all for the raza or whatever,
they're
still down for the raza.
Yeah.
And so
like it or not.
Exactly.
But we've talked about this in points of us teaching the culture, bro.
Yeah.
We got to keep our fucking culture alive with them, dog.
That is true. That is true.
Because it's easier to assimilate to the lifestyle here and forget about our culture and shit. So that's why, like, quinceañeras, bro.
Oh, that's important.
All the shit we talk about and make fun of.
Yeah.
We got to keep that shit alive.
Yeah, because
that's us.
You know, that tío del mion, the one uncle that keeps on himself.
Yeah, you know
that. We got to keep that guy alive.
Somebody like se mió ahora.
I got to know Manches, dog, now.
But I mean, dude, you never heard that story that they say that dictates your day. They say if you let it fuck up your day, it will. So that's good that you didn't let it fuck up your day.
I was just switch some pants, dog, and let's get here.
Yeah, you have to. I was telling you guys that I want to see that story, right? So I'm at a job, right? Because I used to work with Boeing, right? So I'm going through a rough patch in my life, right? And I have my daughter, whatever, right? And she's little. And you know when the babies are small, it's like feo, right? So I'm like, back in the days, there was no koala stations. Like, I would have to put a paño and just like change my daughter, like, de volada in the car or on the car, right?
Yeah.
So she shit it one time and I was like, fuck, diaper, boom, man, another one. Then I had an interview and my baby, I'm not gonna say who, whatever, but they didn't want to take the kid. And I was like, son of a bitch, like I got an interview, like it's a big interview. I gotta go to Boeing. So she's like, figure it out, whatever. And I was like, son of a bitch, dude. So I'm like, fuck it. I go to the Boeing place and the receptionist, I tell her shit out, like, hey, you know what, like my last minute, like my babysitter didn't come through, like this is a good job. I don't want to lose out on this job. Like, can I leave the baby here? And she's like, are you serious? And I was like, I'll be out in 10 minutes. Like, I really need this job. And she's like, okay, but I'm not changing diapers or nothing, right? So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to give her a clean diaper before I go in there and leave her a bottle. Que se caga otra vez, fool. But when I'm changing her, se me caga todo el pantalón, fool. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm in interview clothes, fool. You know, Boeing and companies, you have to go like and dress nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, son of a bitch, like, how I'm going to do it? So I clean as much as I can, but obviously, baby shit smells and it stains. So I'm like, fuck, son of a bitch. Dude, my kid's all chingon right there with the bottle. Like, and I'm just like shitting it. The white lady's looking at me like, what are you going to do? Like, cancel, bro. Like, cancel, right? Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck it, homie. I do the sign of the cross. Like, go in, fool. Like, I go in there and like, hey, how you doing, sir? Woo, woo, woo. Three vatos, they meet them, older white guys. And we became best friends, me and the guy from Boeing, right? Yeah. Shake his hand. Woo. He's like, why should I hire you? And I said, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I have some experience in machine shop, but if you hire me, I guarantee you I'll be here 5 minutes early and I'm going to leave 5 minutes after everybody ever leaves. He goes, all right. He goes, what if I make you sweep? He goes, is that a problem? And I was like, I'm going to be the baddest motherfucker sweeping. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do. And he's like, all right. So they're all giving me questions. And there's an older white guy right there, fool, just all callado, right? And I'm just like, what is he going to say? And he looked like Colonel Sanders, fool. And I'm just like, fucking Colonel, don't say shit, bitch. Like, I'm already making it through the interview. And just keep in mind, you could see this up, right?
Yeah.
So he looks and he goes, I got a question for you. He's like, is that shit on your pants? And I was like, yes, sir. And he goes, so that's real shit on your pants? And I was like, yes, sir. He goes, why would you come to an interview like this with shit on your pants? And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you, sir. Like, I didn't have a babysitter. I got my daughter downstairs, and she shitted on my pants. And this is Boeing. I'm not going to miss an opportunity like this. And he goes, so you're risking us judging you like that, like with shit on your pants? And I was like, I'm willing to never fucking fail. If I got to come to work with shit on my pants, I'm going to come. And he goes, you're hired, bro.
That's fucking badass. I was going to say that.
Yeah, because he looked at it like I wouldn't let nothing stop me coming from work.
That's commitment right there.
Yeah.
That's
and we became friends, dude. I was there for 5 years at that company.
Yeah.
And we're cool, dude. Like, the only reason why I got laid off after, but it was a good company, dude. They always give me a good reference to this day. It was one of my first good jobs when I got out of jail. And I just tripped out because it was like, I wanted to go home, dog, because I had a shit and it smelled. But I was like, you know what? Like, I can't, I feel like sometimes in life, you can't lose those opportunities. Yeah. You just got to push your way through it. And that was one of my chances. But it was funny. And it reminded me because of what you said right now. You know?
It's crazy, dog, because life throws shit at you. and you have a choice, right? Every day we make choices.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have a choice, dog, and then sometimes we can look back and be like, "Fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I should have done this.
I should have done it.
Yeah.
You just push through." You know, I actually I'm trying to teach Saul. You know, like I told him the other day, dog. He's like, "I'm feeling a little sick." I was like, "Dog, it's in your mind, fool."
Yeah.
Ma, if you start feeling sick and you give yourself a day off, guess what's gonna happen next time you're feeling slightly off?
Stay off.
Fuck,
That is true.
I'm just gonna chill.
That is true.
So-
I'm the same way too. My mom used to tell me that all the time. Girl, you know, shout out to my mom. That's the hardest working lady I met in my life, dude. My mom, I mean, it's kind of ignorant how she works, but I mean, it's like she taught me my work ethic. You know, my mom had a C-section, went to work. Fucking busted C-section. They threw her out again. She goes back to work again. Then another time she gets hit by a car. She's in a cast, fool. A straight cast like this, making partes right there because she works at Louis Vuitton, working it. I'm like, Mom, how are you gonna sew if you can't even look down? She goes, yo ya sé coser, no te preocupes. Fucking bolsas todas chuecas and shit. I'm like, but it's, you know, like we said, it's our culture, like to not give up, you know, and. I'll tell you guys another funny story, dude. So I'm working at this company, and my mom, you know, we're hardcore Mexican. Went to go eat. My mom bought mojarra, and you know mojarra stinks, right?
Yeah.
So my mom, that's her dish, and she goes, "Ay, Victor, no me lo voy a comer. Tú llévatelo, mijo." And I'm like, "Fuck it, shoot it." So I go to work with rice, beans, you know, like, all that shit, right? So I put it in there, but I fuck up, fool, because you know they wrap it in aluminio. My mom le pone en un traste, but it has aluminio on the bottom, fool. So I put it in there, and I always like to cook my food first before I punch out, right? So I'm cooking it, and I go punch out, and I hear boom, and I'm like, son of a bitch, what happened? I put it in the microwave, fool. So this lady comes out. ¿Qué idiota metió aluminio al microwave? And I'm like, I'm a temp fool, at the company.
Fuck.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, that's all bad.
Did you admit?
Fuck, no, I didn't
Who
go back.
Who the fuck brought the mojarra, dog?
Yeah, I was like, son of a bitch, who would do that, dude? Fucking idiota. Yeah, no, fool, the whole door blew off. The door was just hanging like this. And the cleaning guy was like, la gente va de mal en peor. And I was like, dude, I felt bad for the guy who had to clean because the rice had splattered, fool, like an atomic bomb, full of frijoles and rice fool, everywhere. Supposedly one of the ladies hit her like, it was like Hiroshima, full of frijoles. Boom! There was a guy in the back. Get down.
Slow motion and shit. Down.
Yeah, no. Serio, fool. But I felt so embarrassed. I told my lady this shit, fool. I fucking, because she was like, "Why are you home?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna admit to that shit. I quit that job."
That's fucking funny.
You can't go back. How do you go back to that, fool? Like,
that's like a fucking terrorist, fool. Like a domestic terrorist.
but right? Fucking what the fuck?
I used to do that shit on purpose, but not with aluminum.
I was like, what the fuck?
I used to put, you know, when you put frijoles or anything that has liquid.
Oh, that'll explode too.
It'll blow up. Like after a while,
I
didn't know that.
It starts bubbling up,
Starts
and
bubbling.
it just it'll splash on top.
Oh yeah.
And I used to do that shit on purpose just to see it fucking
Fucking
blow up.
you're that fool, dog.
That fool. But
Fucking problem child.
I'm not blowing up, fucking hitting people. In the back of the head.
Fucking poor senora, that whole hair net. But I was so embarrassed when I went in there like a crime scene. I was like, damn. I told my lady, like, I gotta quit this job. Like,
Did you get the fish though?
nah, fuck, I didn't even claim it, fool. They're like, alguien agarre su topper. I was like, fuck that Tupperware. I even called my mom, like, Mom, I blew up your Tupperware.
I was
They
gonna
get
ask
mad
you.
with that shit. They get mad.
Oh, yeah.
When you lose a Tupperware,
fuck
fool?
It
yeah.
was a good one. It was the Princess House, fool. I never know what Princess House was till that.
I don't even know what it is.
That's like
Princess
that
House?
good Tupperware,
That's
fool.
yeah, it's like the good top of the line. That and home interiors.
Yeah.
My mom still comes sometimes, like, she'll have like a little plato de sandía or whatever, and I'll grab it. No me tires el traste, el Tupperware and shit.
They
It's all
had them for
plastic.
years, fool. Shut your pot on that shit. Pinche cucharas don't even match from years and shit. 90s, 80s.
It's crazy because they pay a lot of money for that shit.
Yeah.
It's one of like the schemes, like I told you back in the days. That
Fucking
yeah,
Ponzi schemes, how they have
they would
them.
come to your house, te vendían las ollas.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
oh, yes.
Tupperware was a big old thing, huh?
Yeah, but the Princess House was like that.
That was big.
En una olla te salía como $1,000.
Fuck.
Hey, but people are descarados. My mom did a scandalous move one year, fool. Because my mom, every year, my mom, they make her do tamales, fool. So, you know, ay, doña, haga sus tamales tan ricos. So, you know, my mom's tired, fool. So she goes to Costco because she would always buy them from super, right? And she would just have to toss them because they get all burnt up.
Yeah.
She goes to Costco, las quema todas hasta la chingada, fool, and returns them. I was like, Mom, that's grimy, dude. but they return your money back.
Yeah, fuck it, dog.
She was like, yo no tengo vergüenza robar, Victor.
If they don't stand the test of tamales, dog, they're no good.
No, dude,
you can return them.
Costco, you can return them without a receipt.
Yeah.
And even if it's years.
Yep.
Serio?
Sí,
Yep.
güey.
That's what I'm telling you. The fucking olla todo quemada, full of like just cooking meth in that shit. And she's like, oh, my mom was right there, all proud, like, no sirven.
¿Qué hizo, señora? ¿La metió en el microwave?
Fucking, you see fools returning TVs that were like this.
Oh, that's black and white with the little handhelds. What the fuck? 1983. I heard they sell pants and shit there too.
Pants?
At Costco. I never been there. I never been to Costco in my life.
Costco either, bro.
But I heard they sell pants, long
Oh,
socks.
I think they do,
everything.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Clothes, right?
If it's like Sam's Club,
I've been to Sam's, yeah.
Sam's
That's
is the same as
crazy,
Costco
dude.
and Sam's.
I went into Sam's Club one time in El Monte, and I was like, dude, this is heaven. They have everything.
Yeah.
It's just
Carne,
too much
ropa.
food, bro.
And they
Too
have it in
much,
double
huh?
size.
That's the only thing is too much, dog.
Yeah.
Se echa a perder todo, güey.
Yeah, I felt bad, dude, because when I see the food go bad, I'm like, fuck, dude.
It's good to go buy beer there.
Yeah.
If you have an event because it's cheaper.
Oh,
and
are you
get
serious?
The 24 packs.
Oh,
you get them for
regular beer,
17.
like brand?
Sí, sí. Like
Oh,
beer.
what the hell? I
Sometimes
know
the
that.
24 packs are like $18.
Shut up.
See, way.
I didn't know that, dude. I just did a 15 for my daughter. I had to buy all the beer.
Yeah, that's where you want to go.
I thought it was going to be more, though. It was only 170. And I thought it was going to be like 300-400. We did it in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't bad, though. It was 170. I was like, damn. Yeah, it made it all the way to the 4, because it was just 4 hours. But the beer lasted the whole 4 hours. I was like, damn.
Fucking nice.
It was good, though.
That's the worst, how they're planning for that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm planning mine right now from 2 daughters. I got my 2 daughters.
For quinces.
For quinces. And we're doing them together.
Oh, see, that's smart, dude.
Yeah.
Double up, one hit. That's real Mexican. On the cake.
No,
On the cake, it's going to be both names.
Hey, fool, and one's probably going to be 11, dog.
Double up, homie. Yeah. Es el día de su santo.
Because now, because they fucking me salieron la última. I was, okay. So I asked them.
What happened was, let me explain myself.
She's probably going to start kinder and shit.
She's a pre-K.
We're going to baptize her into the quinceañera and the wedding.
Bautismo, primera comunión. Un chingazo.
Nah, I had asked them. They wanted a
They're
trip.
going to redo their vows. Him and his hand up. We just throw that in there. The homie going to do his bar mitzvah. Muscle time.
I'm not even Jewish, you fucking dog.
Fuck it,
They already got the venue, fool.
Nah. They wanted a trip. And I told them, all right, cool.
That's
Because
cool.
they're getting us el catecismo. You know, they have to do a catecismo.
Oh, yeah, I did
They
that.
didn't want to do it.
But you have to, supposedly, no?
Yeah, but they didn't want to do it, so I was like, you don't do it, you don't get a quinceañera. That's
Yeah.
traditional.
I should have been strict like that, dude. I was soft.
Yeah, no, so I told them, and they were like,
Because
oh,
you're supposed to do it like that,
you're supposed to do it if you want
Yeah,
traditional.
see? La
So
primera
I
comunión.
told them, I was like, look, we're getting on a trip. Yeah.
It's cheaper, no? And
let's
it's
go to
better.
Japan. Let's go to Japan. All right, cool. They're in high school now. All their friends are fucking having quinceañeras. Dad, we want a quinceañera.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's too late for you to do a catecismo. So if I throw one, it's going to be a non-traditional. We're still going to have a venue. We're going to have a priest come and bless
But
them.
have you picked the venue yet or
No,
not
we
yet?
got it. It's going to be right here in La Puente.
Oh,
At the handball court. At the handball, not the handball court.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know what you're
Society,
talking
whatever
about
the
right
fuck.
there, the American Legion, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It's like right there.
It's right
pretty
across?
nice.
It's like the
It's
railroad?
by Temple. By Temple, huh? By the
No,
church?
by Amar.
Amar.
By Old School? Old Town?
That is Old Town, I think.
Old Town?
No, before that. Way before that. Amar, right across from Culichi town.
Oh, okay. Not
There's a
Culichi Town.
handball court association or some shit.
I gotta
And
see
they have
it.
a food.
There's a church right across the street from the handballs,
I
right?
don't know.
There's a park?
No, it's not in that area.
Oh, okay. Más para
It's
allá.
the handball association. It's a building on Amar.
Oh, pero es un salón.
Sí, güey.
Oh, that's good. Because I was going to say, I know a bunch of people that rent salons that could have got you a good deal, though.
But my brother hooked it up.
Okay, so that's good.
My brother had already rented the venue.
Oh, okay, good.
See, he was gonna have his party there too, dog, at the same day. and
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, might as well, though.
No. He couldn't
A
come to
piñata.
He changed his mind, so he gave it to me.
Oh,
He's
so
like,
that's
I wanna
good.
lose some
That's
money
his
on the
gift.
venue.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty much. He es el padrino de la más grande.
Oh, so there it is, huh?
Yeah. So
My daughter got screwed. No padrinos, huh?
no.
It was just me and my lady.
So
We're
that's
the
the
only
thing
padrinos.
for the quinceañera.
Yeah.
That's the thing too.
We do
Like,
that
I
too.
don't want to do that. I don't, because no quiero que sienta la gente que
Obligados and shit.
See, wait, you know how some weddings, like especially in the Mexican community,
Yeah.
padrinos que de los pinches almohadas, padrinos
Everything,
que
dog,
de las rosas,
everything.
que
Padrino de
padrinos
tenedores, de
No
platos.
mames, don't like that shit.
We did everything.
Yeah.
We just went to downtown LA, bought the fucking toy. I mean, not even we bought the recorder. We made them. Nice. My lady and my mom were literally making them.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah.
They never fucking made that shit. They're just right there putting glue and
doing. You go to the listón that's like 1,000 yards and shit. All the names on them, and then you
the flowers in downtown.
No, last minute, 99 cents. We bought one of those little papers. We're just putting like the reserve for the tables, whatever, dude.
Okay,
but it turned out nice. Way it was a cool. I feel like if you do it, and I think your kid will appreciate more because it's you doing it. You know, that's cool.
Not just that, bro, but it's kind of more what they want and what you guys wanted.
Yeah, together.
Because you get someone else, I want something like this. You're kind of just telling them, describing it. But it's like, nah, that's not really us and shit.
Yeah.
So it's not authentic.
Yeah, so I got that shit coming
That's
out.
good.
So
when is it? What day? I'll stop by.
It's May 4th. It's on a Friday. Because
so it's next year.
Next year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I still got like 8 months to plan it.
That's good. Oh, you're good.
Fool, you're behind already, dog.
Yeah.
You're way behind, fool.
I think, when did we start planning that shit, Johnny? We did it like in 3 months, huh? 3 months. We knocked it. Because I was going to give her originally, my daughter wanted a car. So I was like, fuck it. Because I got some money from TikTok. I was like, fuck it, I'll give you TikTok money. That's not even my money. Like, shout out to TikTok, fucking hooking up my daughter with a free car. But then she goes, oh, Dad, everybody's having, because my daughter's 16. So all her friends, she lives in Vegas.
Simone.
They're white. So they're having sweet 16s.
Totally.
So she's like, that'd be so awesome if I had a sweet 16. And I was like, son of a bitch.
They hit you with that. Oh, that'd be so awesome.
It'd be so cool. Like, I mean, you don't have to. No chambelán, nothing. All she did was it was just we had the food. We had the one of my homie Eddie, his homie Eddie was a photographer, so we had pictures, a photo booth. They did the dance.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot my own wedding.
Yeah,
I do photography.
Nah, fool, you can't enjoy it.
That's a joke.
You can't enjoy it.
Chambelán, that's me. He's the chambelán.
También and shit.
He's the photographer.
I'm the DJ. Welcome to the stage.
Listo. Cinco.
Hey, why do you think he's training them, dog?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm ready.
Nah.
Hey, if you gotta do it, why not?
Fuck it, right?
It is what it is.
Yeah. It has to get done, dog. It has to get done.
Yeah, you'll save a lot of money, dude. I did a comedy show, and remember how much I paid, babe? I made 2,000, lost like 1,000, huh?
Serio?
Because I didn't know. It was my first big comedy, because I've done different comedy shows, but like for gente. And this was like my comedy show, I had a couple of promoters and sponsors. Everybody backed out last minute, fool. And I'm not lying, fool. My lady was witness, fool. It was, like a week before, the show, babe?
What?
The week before the show, I had only sold like 12 tickets. Well, I was fucking on Instagram like, it's selling out, fool. Lying like a motherfucker, dude.
Who show up like, what the fuck?
No, I was like, fool. I don't really pray like that, fool. But then that's when I believe in God. It is what it is, I get down and I pray. I was like, God, please don't make me look like a stupido, dude. Like I already got the venue. I got the DJ. I got the camera guy. Like,
everything.
Everything, but no audience. So I'm praying and fucking last minute, fool, all of them sell out. I ended up selling 150 tickets by myself, fool. But where I fucked up was everything was good, but I overpaid on other shit, like the things that I should have cut less. I didn't. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna make it. So I barely broke even. I mean, but now for future, I know where to cut corners in, and you learn like, okay, I could cut corners here, or Cool. And I wasn't even selling them crazy. Like, some fools will sell tickets for like $20, $30. Fuck that. I was selling them for $10, $15, dude. Like, I want it to be affordable. So like, if you don't, like, the way I look at it is like, if you don't think I'm worth $10, $15, then don't come, homie. Like, that's affordable, dog. You know what I mean?
Fucking spending more at the movies and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So, go for it.
So comedy, fool. Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that shit.
So the whole comedy thing, right? The way, because I was in jail, all that, right? But in jail, I was always funny. And even like how we grew up, I always had that little funny in me, right? And like, I always wanted to do it because I would see people doing it, right? But I was like, nah, I'm a homie. Like, it's not the same, right? But when I started seeing different people doing it, I was like, dude, maybe I could do it. So, but Raza, we're procrastinators. We're laggers, dog. You always say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to build that fence. And pinche fence está todo quebrada, right? You're going to build your kid a tree house and he's in college, right? No fucking tree house. Pinche tree with just a plywood, right? That's Raza, fool. We're like that, right? So one day I get out of jail. And I'm bullshitting with my coworkers like this, how we kick it, right? Just drinking. And I was like, we're at a club, a bar called Sunset Room. And they do open mics right here in La Puente.
Oh, they have open mics?
They do open mics. That's where I started. They still do them to this day. Open mics there every Monday. So it's on a Monday. We're pisteando after work. and it's turning into open mics. And they're like, hey, I thought you wanted to do open mic. And I was like, yeah, you know, not today. It's a Monday. Nobody's here. They're like, we're here. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So one of my coworkers signs me up. And I hear the DJ, Vicor Zapata, come to the front. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm thinking, like, damn, did I lose my phone or my wallet? Like, the fuck? What's going on, right? So I go up to them. They're like, hey, go up. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I just started doing jokes, you know, like about work. Because at that company, my boss was a piece of shit, dude. Like, I'm not going to lie. And just to give him a hard time, what I used to do is I used to hide from him, fool. Like, yeah, I'm a dick, fool. Like, I would punch in at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would have somebody raise me on a forklift, and I'd be like asleep in a rack. I was a piece of shit, fool. That fool, because I'd been working there for like 3-4 years, fool. So I knew all the hiding spots, fool. And that fool would be looking like, Victor, where are you? And I'd be like under a pallet, like, fuck you. Yeah, because the bathroom had double doors. I'd hide between the doors, fool. Just to fucking give him a hard time, fool. Because he was cool when we first started, but once he became a supervisor, he became a piece of shit, fool. He was like one of those fools, like, changed his head, you know, got to his head. Yeah, so I was like, you know, you want to be a piece of shit? I'm going to be a piece of shit too, dude. And fool, like, we weren't even supposed to eat. Or like on the job, you know, Barraza, you eat chips and fucking peanuts. I was a fucking descarado, fool. I would have like a whole burrito, fool, like, and I'll be working. Like, and people would be like, what the fuck? Like, just to get that fool mad, fool. So that day we're at the club, right? And they're like, well, you know, go up there, do your shit. So I started saying jokes about work and how to fuck with that fool and just all kinds of shit. And everybody was dying. They're like, dude, that's funny. And I'm like, it's real. I'm like, he's right there. And he got all mad. So I started seeing like, dude, that's real life experience is funny. You know, I feel like the stories that we've been sharing, that's funny because it's real. Yeah. So I got hooked on it, fool. And I met my homie Joel Cholo, and he was a homie too. He was from East LA, and we started working with each other. Right? We're like, hey, you're funny. My only downfall was because I would party a lot, fool. I would do coke, I'd fucking drink a lot, and he'd be like, slow that down, dude. Somebody touching God. So I started working on it more. He ended up passing away, but I was like, you know what? He was a good part of me, you know? So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to always have his memory, you know? Because he's the one that really gave my break. You know, when it comes to comedy, like, you'll see it. Like, if fools fuck with you, they'll fuck with you. But if they don't fuck with you, they'll never fuck with you. Like, there's been a lot of places where I'll go, and the people be like, I'm good. Like, I ain't fucking with that fool. But even though, like I was telling you, people think as long as I'm funny, it's enough. But it's not. You have to be funny. You have to have the right connections, and you have to be determined, you know. But it's good if you, like I said, you guys wanted to try it. I would do it. I would do it because it's a feeling like it's like getting high. It's like so like. I don't even know how to explain it. Like exhilarating. Like it's a feeling that when you're on stage, you feel like nothing could go wrong. Especially if you're up there and you're like, whoa, clowning with the crowd, and they're like laughing. I feel like it gives you this energy, fool, and you're just like, fuck.
Does it feel like kind of like when, you know, in movies where like the boxer, you know, those boxing fights, and it's like they're in the ring and they're fighting, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's like nothing. You know, any madres. They just hear themselves, the breathing.
Some people do it like that.
Is that how you feel? Like,
I go off of the people's energy. Like I look at the crowd and I'm just like, hey, señora, ya párale con esas chanclas. Like I like to interact with the people, and then a lot of people tell me that I get real loud, but I don't know it because I don't write. I like all my material. I don't write nothing down.
You just freestyle?
I just freestyle it from my head. That's why sometimes it's good and sometimes it's super good, or sometimes it's okay. You know, now I'm starting to write down more material because you have to. You know, to do sets and shit. You have to write. You know, but I feel like sometimes that freestyle comes out good. You know, like I just did a show in Arizona at the Improv over there. It was all freestyle. I did a joke about Twilight. I never even seen that fucking movie, but I just seen so many white people, and that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, this is fucking pale faces, homie. Yeah. And they were laughing. They're like, oh, my God, that's funny. And there was cops right there. So I was making fun of the cops, too. Yeah. And they were laughing. You know, they're thinking in their mind like, oh, this guy, you know, is just funny. And I feel like as long as it's offensive, but it's not, no los ofende mucho, and it's funny, they don't care, dude. They love it.
Gotcha.
So I always say that there's two types of comedians, right? There's the crowd work comedians, and then there's the written ones, work. Right? Yeah. So you consider yourself more of one, or is that the style you're trying to go for?
I do with my style of comedies. I make fun of more of myself or just people in general. Like, let's say if I'll give you a joke. I have a joke where I say, you know, I'll start it off different. I'll be like, ladies, like, I gotta get something. I'll be like, ladies, where's all the ladies in the crowd? Woo! They'll be like, hey. I'll be like, you know, I got a question to ask you guys. Like, why the fuck do you guys wear chanclas that don't fucking fit, homie? Like, why? Homie, like, why? And they'll be like, oh, fuck that, whatever. The girls, they get all stupid, right? Yeah. I'll be like, serio, like, look at your fucking patas, todos colgando from the chancla and shit, you know? And so I'm just talking about women in general, you know, because I've done some crowd work, which is good. You could do crowd work and it's good. The only bad part about doing crowd work is sometimes la gente se ofende. So offende and they'll fucking, like, I've had fools like Mommy Joe, he used to do a lot of crowd work. You get into the wrong crowd, they'll throw a fucking bottle at you. Shit. They'll fucking wait for you outside. So you have to really be careful with the crowd work. It's good. The people like it. But I feel like if you do a little bit of crowd work and just more material, it's better. You know, because there's fools like Rene Vaca. He does all crowd work.
That fool's funny.
He's funny. But just imagine how many times somebody wouldn't want to punch that fool out. But it's funny. And I feel like the people like it. Pero un día que le caiga a alguien mal, why would you put yourself in that situation? You know?
That's the thing, though. I always say, if I sit in a comedy club, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
But the comedian, if he talks shit to you,
just take it.
Exactly. Just take it. He's not meaning it.
Yeah. It's an entertainment.
It's entertainment.
But you know, now we just went to see, remember Concrete, babe? There was some fucking lady being so obnoxious, dude. She was heckling Jay Valentino. He was doing good. He was crushing. Whoa. And the lady was like, "Is that right?" Like every line he
was
said.
talking about the strippers and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. No, the strippers, and he was talking, and the lady was throwing shit back, babe. Remember? But repeating everything he said, remember? Yeah. Bullshit, fool. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
They did that shit to Alfred Robles on Wednesday. There was a group that came from Bakersfield, and they kept, like, dawg, like, he even told them, hey, fool, like, I got you. And then he told them at the end, like, hey, you know what? If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna kick you out.
Yeah, see?
And it's like, dude, like, I wanted to be like, shut the fuck up, fool. Like, he's fucking.
Because it's a comedy show. But you know why? Because he's interacting with the people a lot. So they feel it's okay to. What I do is I go up, I'll do a couple minutes, I'll interact a little bit, but I step back. Once the people try to interact, and especially if I'm buzzed and they're buzzed, I'll be like, I can't do it. Because then it's how he left, like how he said it goes left. And once you're in that momentum, it's hard to control the crowd. Yeah. I've lost so many crowds. I did a show on Whittier like that. These fools are all stoned, fool. I had them at first, and then by maybe 6 minutes, they were gone, fool. They're fucking smoking leños, and I'm like, dude, how do I get the crowd back? It's hard to get them back. So, you know, my advice is just, whoever's listening, get those people. And little by little, they're going to come. You're going to get them. You know, but I feel like everybody has their own tactics. Like, that fool's funny. Alfred Robles, he's funny. Yeah. Funny as fuck. A lot of his jokes, I'll listen to him. Especially as a comedian, like, it's hard for me to laugh. So if somebody can make me laugh, I'm like, dude, that fool's funny. That's funny. And it's different. Like, he don't talk about just Rasta stuff. No. Yeah. Alfred Robles does, like, football. He talks about gay stuff. He talks about everything. He's not censoring, which is good. I feel like you shouldn't. You know, like, I feel like if you're too scared, like, to say this, like, you're not really being...
Is that the stigma, though, that, like, they expect, like, as a Latino or Hispanic or Mexican...
They want you
to stick to that?
Some people, I feel like you do it because you're safer, you know? Like me, if I go to a Raza crowd, I'm like, okay, I'm going to kill on this. This is easy right there. But I feel like you should put yourself in other crowds. Like I did that show, I told you, it was Punchline Kings. I did it in Upland, right? And I go out there, all black, and I'm the only Mexican in the whole lineup. And I'm like, fuck, like, what am I going to do, right? But I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to just do my jokes, but just make it relatable to black people. So certain words, just switch them. Minimize on the Spanish and use more English. So whatever word I throw in there, just put it in English. And that's what I did. And it was funny. They were laughing. They're like, oh, man, you funny ass SA. That's funny. You know, right? Like,
that's what they always call us all.
SA, man, you a funny ass Mexican. And I was cool. They were like, looking at man, you want some Henny? Let's get the head dog. Yeah, they were laughing, dude. Like, I feel like laughter is something that could transcend any crowd. Yeah. I mean, there's crowds that are super strict. Because I've been thrown out of clubs, fool. I did a show in Planet, it was in Hollywood, right? And it was like an all-white crowd, right? So I go in there and it's a hotel, and we're doing a venue. So the bam, they go up, I go up. And so I look at the crowd and I'm like, okay, so I got to do different jokes. So I say one joke about a crack. I'm like, hey, you know what? These are nice ass hotels. You know, nothing like the hotels I stay at. You know, hotels I stay at. You know, you walk down the hall, you get some ice, and on the way back, you can pick up some crack. But I only said it because it rhymed back and crack, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was laughing like, oh, right? So at the end of the show, one of the guys comes up to me. He's like, hey, can I get some crack? And I'm like, bro, it's a joke, homie. So the lady got all mad. She's like, hey, you got guys asking for drugs. Like, do you have anything on you? And I'm like, no, like, it's a joke. Like, and she goes, we don't want you to come back. So you do have to be careful. Some places, if you do,
that's fucking crazy, dog.
But bro, do you think it's more them generalizing you
because of the way I look,
because of the way you look?
But it's all right.
Do you get that a lot?
I get it a lot. Another time I did a show at the Scientology. This was years ago. There was a guy
with them fools, dog.
Yeah, it was with some guy named Mike, right? And Mike sounds white or black, right? It could be either. So, but this guy happened to be black. He was a black promoter. I go to that show in Scientology, and I'm on the flyer and everything, full like on the thing. And I'm trying to get in there. And
it says Beaver Scientologist.
Yeah. So, yeah, me and fucking what's his name, Tom Cruise. Yeah, blowing up. Yeah, no, but we're going into the show, and the guy just stops me, because I'm like long ass socks, big shorts. He's like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Go to the show." And he's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, yeah, I'm on the flyer and everything. And he goes, "That's not you." He's like, because they only had this much of my face. He's like, "What about all this?" And I was like, "That's my neck, homie." Like, what the fuck? And he's like, "Why isn't all that in the flyer?" And I was like, I don't know why he didn't put all that, but I'm that guy. Like, look at the face. Like, come on. And he's like, "I'm going to talk to my supervisor." So he fucking puts me in the little security shack. And, you know, he takes off, and I have a fucking talk can like Miguel right here, right? And I'm like, fuck it, this guy had me here. I'm drinking, fool. He's like, whoa, what are you doing? He's like, "There's no alcohol in here." And I was like, "I'm not even inside. Like, I'm drinking it right here."
You're in the shack, dog.
Yeah, I'm in the shack, fool. I'm in the doghouse. I'm being a dog, homie. And I start barking at that fool like, "Rrr, rrr." And he's like, "Motherfucker." So he gets pissed, fool. So he goes, I'm gonna talk to Mike, and I'm sure he's not gonna be happy with this. So this Mike, he passed away, R.I.P. Mike, right? But he thinks Mike is white. He's like, "We got some Mexican out here. He's drinking tall cans, and probably got some marijuana in his pants." He goes, "I'm not letting him in, Mike." And he's like, "Who is it?" And he's like, "What's your name?" And he, you know how they call you boy, you know, to be racist. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Victor." So he tells me like Vicor Zapata, and he's like, "It's one of my guys, man." And that fool's like so pissed. And I called Mike, and I was like, "Hey, man, like this fool got me hammed up right here." So he goes, and he's like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, "Nothing." This fool just tripped out of nothing, dude. So the line is now building up to go into the show, and they're laughing because the situation right there, right? So I'm clowning on that fool outside, like, fuck it, I'm not gonna go inside. So Mike's like, "Hey, look, they're not gonna let you in. You gave me $100 just for your troubles. Go home, it's cool." So when I'm leaving, I was like, "Hey, you know what? Fuck you and fuck Tom Cruise, eh?" The people start laughing, and he's like, "That fool's never welcome here again." So there's places you can't. You do something not aligned, you're not gonna go back, though. Damn. Like, I can never go back there no more, you know. But
I don't think you can't go back there for what you did. I think it's just no matter what, they're not gonna let you back in.
Yeah,
because of how they're fucking,
how they were.
Yeah.
But you could break that stereotype, dude. You know, because the first time I did the Ice House, I couldn't get in either. Same shit. I went to the Ice House, and, you know, shout out to the Ice House now. They're super cool, you know. But when I first started, like I told my lady, I don't judge them, because would you let me in? No. Look at the way I look. Look like I got a gun and I'm gonna shoot somebody. Yeah. But I went in there and I was like, "Hey, I'm on the list. Like, I'm gonna go up." They're like, "Nope, you're good." So, you know, I went again. And this time I went and I fucking killed. One of my biggest shows was at the Ice House. Killed, fool. And everybody's like, "Damn, this fool's funny." After that, I did like maybe 6 shows right there at the Ice House. Super cool. Everybody was cool. So I just feel like, even though somebody tells you no, like, that doesn't mean it's a no forever. You know, you could just keep going.
Would you do a comedy show in jail or in prison?
I would do it, yeah, if they would let me in. A lot of places don't because of my record and all that.
Oh, okay.
But
gotcha.
if they were to let me do it, I would do it.
Yeah.
I've done comedy shows like at a church. I did one at a church. Remember, babe? No cussing or nothing. All like godly people, and they were dying, dude.
How was that, though?
That was hard because I cuss a lot.
Yeah.
I cuss a lot. So what I did is I literally just was like saying a joke and pausing, and saying a joke and pausing.
He said a joke and amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Every fucking sentence was an amen. Amen.
They were laughing. They even hired me like a couple more times too, man.
That's dope.
Cause I mean, I do a lot of private events too. That's where you make good money, dude. You can make $100 in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, $200. So it's cool. Like depending where you go, and like I said, like, it's all networking. Yeah. Who you fuck with, you know.
Nice.
Everything, dog. Every profession now that I've noticed, it's all fucking politics.
Who you fuck with.
Who you know.
Who you fuck with.
What they say about you and shit. Yeah, like you say, who you fuck with.
Yeah. Because being funny is not enough though. Like I could be here dying all day.
Yeah.
But if I'm not fucking with the right people, it's not enough.
Even pros, dog. Even like people that are huge, dog. There's some singers I'm like, you know, maybe you shouldn't be a fucking singer. There's some comedians that are huge that
they're not that funny, fool.
Not that funny.
I've done shows with fools and I'll be like, how is he like on Netflix?
Es de conectas, huh?
Yeah, it's the conectas, fool. It's like fucking giving head to the right person. One time, I don't know. Like, well, I mean, I look at it like I'm gonna be determined. For one way or another, I'm gonna make it. And I feel it. I feel it because when I go, now I'm getting more recognized, like in public. Even I go, so I'm hey, what's up? I'll be like, that's cool. I like that feeling, and little by little, I'm gonna keep going and pushing it and doing better. And I'm getting different spots like this. This Friday, I'm doing a show in Marina Del Rey. So it's like a little upscale place. And, before when, I first started doing comedy, I was like, fuck, these are all rich motherfuckers. Like, what am I do? And after I started doing more shows like that, I was like, they want you to go there and just make fun of them. Yeah, they want that. You fucking no sock wearing motherfucker, loafers, and
they don't get that shit at their professions, bro. Nobody makes fun of them.
Them laugh. Oh, yeah, they like that. I'll tell them, hey, if you say good credit, get out of the house. Right there. Everybody's like, oh shit, show's over, right? They like that. Because they're so uptight. So as far as like crowds like that, like white crowds, rich crowds, I do good in it. People like say, oh, you only want to do this kind, but I feel like you should try everything, Like that's what I'm saying. If you guys want to try it, you should try it. I would never discourage somebody to do it. Because you might be good.
Yeah, it's just for me, bro. It's the I overthink the material that I want to use. But like you said right now, you just freestyle it. I mean, maybe that's the way to go. But I always get into my own head, bro.
Or let's say do like because I talked to like Jerry Garcia, Jesus Sepulveda. They all say the same thing. Open up with good jokes that land, and then somewhere in between, throw jokes that you're just barely trying, and then end with good jokes. That way the material that you're trying, they don't remember it.
You get the reception, yes or no, it worked or it didn't work and shit.
Exactly, and that's another thing. Like people say, oh, I'm gonna try it right here and it works, but if you don't try it. Like I told you that story earlier about the mojarra. Now you guys are dying, so now I know that could be a joke.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
That should be a joke, right?
Mix that shit with the Scientology, dog, and the Tom Cruise, bro.
That's funny, dude.
That's what I was gonna say.
You see Tom Cruise driven?
Yeah. Did that happen after the Tom Cruise incident? Because maybe Tom Cruise sent you.
Hey, honestly,
he's a villain and shit. That fool didn't let you in, dog.
Yeah. Probably, dude. But I feel like those stories are... And
that shit's funny, bro. Honestly,
that one was funny,
You use that shit.
I think I'm going to use it.
Because who hasn't put shit in a microwave full?
Yeah. And explodes like that.
And it blows up, or you're like, oh, shit.
And that shit was loud, dude. That shit was bad. It was so... I put it where you punch in, I heard it. Like, boom! And I was like, son of a bitch. And I go back, and they got the cones right there, like a crime scene, fool. And I was like, fuck. That shit was all
over
bad.
there with the fucking...
No, because we'd all wear hairnets. We'd all wear hairnets, fool. And you know how the thing... Everybody sits right there. So the micros are right here, fool. And that shit just, boom, out of the microwave, fool. I was like, fuck. I quit, fool. I just pushed straight out of work. Going home, I called my lady, like, I can't go back. It's all bad.
But see, right there, you ratted yourself out.
Oh, by leaving, huh?
Who's the only one that didn't show up? It was that fool.
That is true.
Hey, fuck it, dog. You never saw him again. It doesn't matter, dog.
That's true.
That is true. You guys want to hear another funny story? I'll tell you another one. Watch.
Really?
So I'm working in Monte. This is all true stories. And, I had been working there for 2 years. I'm a machinist with an aerospace company. So the supervisor was, like, super trusting of me, right? She's like, hey, here's the keys. Like, be cool, right? So, fucking homies, they're fucking stupid, dude. So we finish our shift. We go straight to the liquor, fool, buy a 12-pack. We bring some bitches right there at work, fool. On the dock, fool, we're partying.
This is a lathe, and this is a mill.
Yeah. We're just kicking it right there. It's like, dude, I work my machinery, right? Heavy equipment, right? Nah, but we're just showing, like, the girls are like, fuck, it's cool. And I was like, yeah, and I feel good because I'm like, yeah, I got the keys to this bitch, you know? I was telling them I was the boss. I was like, it is what it is, you know? Work my way up, right? And the girl's like, wow, how long you been here? I was like, 20 years. She's like, how old are you? I was like, 49, you know? I was only like 24, fool. And we're all partying with these girls, and it's me and my homie Wedo. He's from Ballin Park too, right? But he's a fucking, he like to smoke dope, fool. So he's going to the bathroom every fucking one. I'm like, Wedo, cut that shit out, fool. Like, we got bitches here, we got beer. Like, get off that fucking pipa, fool. And he's like, nah, just one more time. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So he goes, and I guess he got a new sack, fool, from I don't know who, right? Yeah. He comes back, and he's like, fuck, beer. Like, I fucked up, fool. And I was like, what happened, fool? Like, you drop your sack, you break your pipa. And he goes, nah, fool, I shit myself, dude. I guess he hit a rip, and it was so fucking hard that he shit himself. Yeah. And I'm like, fool, like, are you a baby? Like, what the fuck? I was like, how bad is it? Like, I'm thinking it's a log. I was like, just take that shit out and throw it. Like, what? And he's like, nah, fool, like, it's all bad, fool. And I'm like, dude, you are not that shit. There's bitches right here. We're kicking it. I was like, fool, you better not embarrass me in front of these bitches, dude. And he's like, I'm just going to walk away, fool. So he, like, does one of these, like, movidas to the side, right?
Fool shouldn't even come back.
Yes, fool. No, this fool is descarado. Fool, you know, motherfuckers on drugs, they don't care. He comes back with just his work pants on, and he ditches the boxers in the fucking trash. The funny part of the story is this, right? This is on Saturday. Come Monday, the guy who cleans takes the trash, fool. So this guy wants to be a fucking hero, fool, and turns in these cagado ass boxers, fool. So come Monday, we're second shift. They tell us to come in early, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened, right? I'm not thinking nothing. The cameras don't get that side of the shipping, so I'm like, they couldn't have caught us. Like, what the fuck happened? This idiot threw the fucking cagado boxers in the good area, like in the work area. So I guess the guy turned in the boxers, fool, todos cagados to the supervisor, and he's like, hey, what are these guys doing, dude? Like, look at what's happening on the weekends.
It's a QC shit or something?
Yes, fool. So they have them. What's funny is they have them in a bag, fool. The
Evidence,
boxers,
dog.
todos cagados, fool. And they're like, we need somebody to come forward for these boxers. Like, what's going on the weekend here? And I'm looking at Widow like, you see, you fucking cagón, motherfucker. Like, why did you throw them there? Like, you couldn't have wrapped them or something, but it was funny, dude. Because it's like the stupid shit you do at work, fool. You're like fucking idiots, dude, but...
Hey, what's the lesson in all this? Guys, if you're going to take a hit, make sure you're fucking sitting on the toilet.
Yes, dude. Yeah, because I told him, like, what happened, fool? And he's like, it was too strong, fool. Like, I shit myself off that. And I done drugs, fool. Like, I don't know what kind of drugs you're doing, though. I've never done drugs to that point where it just releases your shit, dude. Like, that's
I was probably fucking ripping X-Lax or some shit.
Probably, huh? Something, dude. I never heard of that, fool. I was like, that's wild.
Damn, dog. That's fucking crazy.
I shit myself once.
Well, I don't know the story, dude.
I think I said it here. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was like 12 years old, dog. I was in Mexico.
Fuck.
And you know how in Mexico te asustan, güey?
Oh, yeah.
Te dicen, especially en
del
ranchos.
susto.
No, güey, no.
He's a boo.
No, it was, era during the December. And sabes que están las fiestas allá. Y las
posadas.
y la
And yeah.
We had gone to my tia, my prima's house. And we were maybe like 2 miles, 3 miles from my grandma's house. And fucking, I had to take a shit. And her house is like empty. En ese entonces no había nadie. O estaba sola. Y atrás el baño, sabes que los baños están afuera. So the bathroom was in the backyard. And my tío had a dog. And it didn't know me, so I didn't want it to bite me. Yeah. And I heard that somebody died there, and there was a ghost. So all kinds of crazy shit.
Hey,
right? So
Mexico's like that, dude.
That's everywhere, dog.
I had to take a shit. And nobody wanted to go back with me. Nobody wanted to go.
Oh, and it's our house.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And I said, fuck
fucking
this.
cangrejos and shit back there.
I'm running back to my grandma's.
Yeah,
I took off running. I'm running to my grandma's, right? I opened the door, fool. I made it to the house. But as soon as I opened the door, pras, güey.
All down your leg onto your sock, yeah.
So
I almost had an incident, but I made it, dog. It was at my grandma's house in Mexico, too.
in Mexico,
Everything's in Mexico, dog.
So, you know, in Mexico, they have, like, overprotective. They have, like, the fucking bars outside the everything and shit.
Yeah.
Even on their roof, you know, on the wall.
They have the bottles. They have broken bottles, fool.
Yeah.
So my grandma has a roof where you can walk into para colgar la ropa después de que lavas y todo, right? She wasn't home, fool. So we got there. I fucking climb. You see me fucking busting a Tom Cruise, dog. I'm fucking climbing. I'm on the roof on rails, fool. They're all fucking flips. Going around the fucking house, dog. Down the stairs. I barely made that shit, but.
Fuck. Why can't I just go to the front door, Dick?
There's a lot, and she wasn't there, fool. Oh. It was closed. So
I would have shit on the side. I don't give a fuck.
I was in the street, fool.
Oh,
so my grandma has like the street entrance, and then she has like the house entrance and shit.
You never shit in the street? Have you ever shit in the street?
I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna shit myself. It's going down right there.
Smoking?
I did it behind a fucking restaurant, though.
Like smoky style?
Yeah, it was sad. I got off the bus. Well, I got off the bus and I was like, fuck, I was drinking a lot. And, you know, you do coke and shit, that shit fucks up your stomach too. And I'd been bumping all night. And fucking coming home on the bus, though, fucking, and I was like, fuck, because my car, I want to drink and drive, fool. So I was like, fuck it. I came on the bus. And I was like, fuck, I gotta take a shit, dude. Like, it's all bad, fool. So there's a restaurant right there by my house, Via Mar. There's badass bitches, fool. And I'm like, it's already late. I'm like, fuck it. Ain't nobody's here. So I fucking run to the back where the dumpster's at. I'm like, fuck it. And I always have a paño. I'm like, fuck it. Cut my paño to a couple pieces. And I'm like, it's gonna go down, dude. I do my thing. I fucking, whatever. I finish it, threw it in the trash, whatever. And then a fucking lady comes out, dude. One of the waitresses, and I was like, fuck, dude. And then I just like got my fucking shit. I took off running, fool. But I know, come on, you go back there, you're gonna smell that shit, dude. So I was embarrassed. I never went back to that. I don't even walk to that street right there no more. I was embarrassed, fool. Like, fuck, dude.
They probably don't work there anymore, bro. Yeah.
Hopefully, dude. Hey, because girls they'll hold you up to that. They'll be like, hey, remember that one time you shit yourself? Like, 10 years ago, you did that, remember?
How do you know?
If your dick smells, your dick smells. Remember that one time? They'll do that. They'll throw it in your face, fool. Girls.
Hey, one thing I remember, I do remember you used to always reference Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday.
You always reference. I remember that shit because he used to reference Smokey.
Oh, yeah, Smoking.
There was one part he used to always say.
Oh, the pig feet. I like chitlins.
Yeah, I like chicken.
Yeah, that was my cousin Chino. My cousin, we used to always. That's we grew up watching that shit all day.
Friday, yeah. I mean,
Friday was
Set It Off. Remember the movie Set It Off?
That was a good one too.
The Queen Latifah, right?
We went to the movies.
Oh yeah.
I saw it with this fool.
Set It Off.
Yeah, Set It Off.
Set It Off was a good
movie. Underrated, bro.
I was crying at the end. I was like, son of a bitch.
When she just takes off in the low right off fucking hard.
I didn't know what that shit was. I didn't know what the shit. Like no shit. So
I still remember the song, fool.
Yeah, that's a sad song, dude. I would cry.
But you gotta remember, fool. So when I first started working at Junior, and I'm going back to California Teens. When I first started working, fool, I was 12 years old. So my mom controlled how I dressed,
everything, yeah.
How I fucking cut my hair, and when I met this guy and his brother and all the homies from the crew, everybody like I remember this. We used to have short hair and a fade, like fucking badass fade. And I remember I wanted that. I wanted to fucking emulate that. I was like, oh damn, these fools look fucking firme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to sag my pants. My mom used to buy me the school pants.
Sag the school pants.
They used to sag them, fool. They would be like right here. And that would be right here, and I tried to pull socks up. My mom gave me a bowl cut, dog.
Are you serious? Fuck.
I can't remember the name. It was a guy from Rosemead. We used to party with them fools. And, because you remember the Elio? You remember Elio? His brothers. Remember Jerry? One was a DJ.
Okay.
And the other one was from DNC. He used to go with some fool named Levi.
Yeah, yeah. Jerry.
DJ
Tune.
Exactly.
DJ Tune.
We used to party at their house.
Oh, now I remember who they are.
Remember Jerry? ¿Cómo se llamaba el otro hermano?
Fuck, they were all from DMC though. It was Jerry, DNC. I remember that. I remember that now.
And then I think it was Levi también. Levi.
And then there was like 3 of them.
Simon.
I remember now.
So we used to throw parties and shit, and I remember I wanted to look just like these people, like dress solos.
Oh, so you remember that girl Angels, huh?
I got a story about that.
Yeah. That was
off air, dog.
Hold up.
That was one of my exes.
Hey, anyway, I didn't want to bring that up, dog.
Oh, you hooked up with her.
No, I didn't hook up.
No, it's alright.
No, I said, I'm
you did, it's alright, dog.
No, I had a crush on her, fool.
It's alright.
I had a crush on her. I was the youngest out of all the bunch.
You've been waiting like 20 years to come out with this shit, dog.
I was saying that's how she was 16 years old.
No, check this shit out. No, I had a crush on her, dog.
What happened
before you hooked up with her, I had a crush on her. And I don't think you knew that. I don't think I told anybody.
I just want you to be honest. Did you ever try to smell her hair?
No.
Hey, she would get up. Smell her seat.
I remember that, Angeles. So I had a crush on her, but yo estaba morrito, güey. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
His madre. You were a couple years older, like 1 or 2 years older than me. So you were, this was teaching me the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Everything I kind of learned at the time, this was teaching me the ropes.
Look how bad I talk. Oh my
God. Good thing you changed your style.
Yeah, thank God. Imagine we would have been both hanging and shit.
No, check this out. So we were at a party in Roseby.
Yeah, we used to party at her house over there.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember this fool hooked over her that day.
Yeah, that was the first time I hooked up with her, yeah.
And he was...
I was a big old pussy, too. Fool, she liked me, and I didn't want to kiss her. I was like, But I didn't want to show it. I was like, no, I'm good, I'm good.
Well, that day he hooked up, fool. That was the day I got my heart broken. I was like, oh. But that was cool. I was happy for the homie.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew she liked them.
He was playing that song, The Tears of a Clown.
That's when I was like, fuck.
I don't know about you guys, but I got to go.
I just want to go home.
That was cool. And I never said that. You know what? I said that to a couple of my homies.
That's good, though.
I said it to my daughter. I said, yeah, she's
still out there. She's good people.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. Remember Letty?
Yeah, I remember Letty. She was pretty, too.
She was cool, man.
I think she was with Jerry or one of them. No, remember?
No, she was with that dude from Rosemy.
Oh,
with curly hair.
Yeah.
Is that why you let your hair grow out, Doug? Get it all curly?
No, Letty was like a sister to me.
Yeah,
she was older.
Letty was cool.
She was like 4 years.
I remember Letty, Carla, Angel's sister.
Carla, Angel's sister, yeah. Carla was a bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, no disrespect, but you were a bitch back then. Like she was like a hater.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was overprotective.
Protective of the sisters. Yeah, but then there was one more sister. No, Letty was Angel's sister.
Letty was Angel's sister. Yeah, yes. Letty, Carla. And,
they were all sisters.
Yeah.
Well, Fool, I would walk all the way from Baldwin Park to El Monte. To El Monte right there, Santa Anita.
Okay.
To see angels. Every day.
That's crazy.
But the same thing happened. We broke up because fucking she ended up okay, this is what happened, right? So my cousin fucking being a dumb fucking hooked up with her, fool.
Yeah.
And then she has hickeys and shit, and then she's like, oh my God, like what happened? And I was like, oh fuck, it is what it is, fool. So we're like having our trouble, whatever, and this when I'm starting to go to jail, fool. So I get out, and then now his ex hits me up, and it's like, oh, I like you, whatever, and I'm like, dude, you don't like me, dude, you just want to get back on my cousin. So she ends up hooking up with me to get back on my cousin, fool. We're little kids, fool. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. So she goes up to my cousin, and she's like, I kissed your cousin. And we're like, man, like, what the fuck is that gonna do? You just look like a hoe now. That's what you do. And she's like, I fucking hate you guys. And I'm like, dude, like, the extremes that girls would go through, you know? But that girl was Angels was cool, fool.
Yeah, no, I never hooked up with her.
Yeah, no.
I was a youngster, fool.
The only thing that fucked us up was she lived far, fool. She lived far. Even to this day, I heard she's good, you know? She follows me on Instagram. She's good people, you know? Cool. She has her own life, good kids and everything.
Nice.
Just, I went this way and she went that way, you know?
Yeah. Mike's like, I hope we get that follow.
Oh yeah, she was. She's good people.
No, I just
especially after you confess the feeling right now. Confessing the feeling.
Damn, and he had to do it on fucking camera, bro.
Camera.
He wanted to know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's singing
27 years ago.
Querida, hazlo porque más quieras tú.
It's 27 years ago. That was 12 years old.
I think we're gonna make that clip full with that song in the background and shit. Hey, Angels, I used to have a crush on you.
Hey, Angeles, if you're listening.
Yeah, aquí estoy, aquí estoy.
No. Well, I'm glad to hear she's doing good.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's good people. Like we kept in touch, like here and there, and she's good people. She has a relationship, has kids, everything.
Cool.
Yeah, we haven't talked in a while, but the last we talked was cool, and we left on good terms. It wasn't never bad, shady shit or nothing, you know. But people grow up and they grow different. Like I feel like when you're little, you want to be with that person. Like I love him forever.
Well, I didn't love her like that.
No, but just in any relationship, fool, we feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. Like I think I don't know. It's weird, fool, because a lot of we know we're not.
Yeah.
But at that moment, oh no, we're gonna be together forever.
Por vida.
Yeah, I'm going through that shit now because I got teenage daughters.
Yeah.
And it's like you know, they're like.
I just met my daughter's boyfriend. I just met him and I was like,
was he scared?
He was scared, but I was like, bro, it's cool. Like it's all good. Like I'm not like that. As long as you treat my daughter good, I don't care.
As long as you respect.
Yeah. I don't trip like
that. You didn't
that.
bust one of those. I'm coming lock and loaded.
I wanted to, but I was like, dude, I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. Or what if they are doing some shady shit one day and they need somebody to come to? Yeah, because his family is strict. I met the dad and I said one joke and he was like, it's not funny. And I was like, all right. I don't even know what the joke was.
You ticket food for the here's my next comedy show.
I said a joke just to break the ice.
Yeah.
But he was like an older senor, like just like, oh, okay. Later on, we started talking, and I introduced him to my dad. He's like, oh, you guys are all just drinking. And then we gave him a beer, and he's like, oh, okay. Then we broke the ice good. But that's how I feel like. I feel like you just gotta break the ice, and
some more.
You know what I mean? Because he was uptight at first, but then we were cool, you know. So.
Nice. Right. Everybody's reserved sometimes, bro. We just
and
you're just trying to get like what you're doing, like right there with your daughter. We've done the same, you know. Like we've talked about it. It's different, bro. Back then it was like, what's up, you know, like with our daughters, what's up? No, hell no, you know. But now it's like, now because we want more than anything, our kids to trust us, you know.
Exactly.
Be like, I can go to them.
It's not just that, fool. I think they're gonna do it no matter what.
Well, yeah, but we rather them tell us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd rather be in the know than not in the
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't be in the dark. And what the hell is this?
Yeah, that's crazy. But I want to talk about, you know, obviously you have two passions, it seems like, bro. You have comedy and motivating and inspiring kids, bro.
Yeah.
And you even started, you made a book, Misled Kids.
Yeah, Misled
That talks
Kids.
about your story, that tells them. Are those the two things that kind of motivate you and keep you going?
I feel like it is, you know, because I always wanted to be a comedian, which I'm doing, and then an author. I always wanted to be an author because I feel like because like I said, when I was in jail, I would read a lot. And I feel like when you write a book, you're like become immortal because a piece of you is going to stay behind. Even though you die or whatever, like that piece is there, you know? And so I wrote my book just for that. So kids could see where I came from, and I was in the same thing that they did, you know? We made the same mistakes, same bullshit, did the same drugs. I was in the same corner, but now I'm doing better.
Is that what your book is about? Is it like a autobiography or
it's what the book is about is my whole experience in juvenile hall, like all the trials and tribulations that I went through, and you know, like how I pretty much found myself, you know, because for years I was like, I just thought I just wanted to do that. Like I just thought I was gonna be a prisoner my whole life. I was like, okay, it's gonna be. I'll be a prisoner. Like I accepted it, you know. But like once I started getting a taste of life, you know, like with my kids and you know comedy and places like this, you know, seeing old friends, I'm like, dude, there's so much more to life. Like, why am I gonna waste it in there, you know? So that's what motivated me to write my book and to inspire people, you know. Because I want to do the comedy thing. I'm doing the book, but I also want to do motivational speaking. I want to go to schools and be like, hey, you know, like, you can do it. You know, like, if I could do it, you could do it, you know, because I feel like Raza, we don't really have that many people
role
out there.
models, bro.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say who or what, but me and my lady were looking at something, and they're having something for Raza, but they're charging you like $150 to almost $300 to go, which I don't mind paying, you know, but I feel like if it's something that's good for the community, wouldn't it be more affordable? You know, like, why are you charging $300 for something that's supposedly gonna empower the gente? And I know if you go to certain seminars, you have to pay, and people say you gotta invest in yourself. Okay, I get it, but why not make it affordable, right? Like, you know, it's just certain things I look at, like that's kind of weird, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. That's dope. That's a dope perspective, bro, because I feel we get so caught up, bro, in chasing the big things that we don't appreciate the small things, bro. The small things in life are what matters, bro. Yeah. Those are the things that truly make us happy.
The little things, yeah. You know, spending time with your family, with friends, you know. And like I said, I like to come to places like this because this is going to stay on there forever. The internet is going to be there forever. Everybody's going to know about when I blew up that microwave, you know.
That's just fucking funny, bro.
Put that in your jokes, though.
I am. I'm actually gonna use that as a joke. When I see you guys laughing, I'm like, dude, this is really funny.
That shit fucking.
And I've never used that story.
But it's funny because I don't know. It hasn't happened to me because every time when I was a kid growing up, my mom would always fucking yell, "Saca esa chingadera," you know, so it's gonna explode. So it never happened. But it's like, bro, like I think we've all experienced that shit where it's like,
who you dodged the bullet, or even a fork, because I heard just a fork.
Oh, forks too, bro. Yeah,
forks
too.
I had the whole aluminum.
I did something like that, but I did it on purpose. It wasn't accidental. Hopefully the statute of limitations has passed. Because this happened when we were in Miss what was it? Miss Kodama's in
school.
High school?
Home economics. Remember?
Yeah.
I think it was seventh grade or eighth grade. I can't remember. I didn't give a fuck about home economics.
Yeah, who cares?
They teach you how to bake. They teach you how to fucking... I didn't care about that shit.
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to blow this shit up.
But look at you now, dog. Acá, Chef Miguel. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
At that
With
point,
the rice seasoning.
So me and the homie Carlos, right? Shout out to the homie Carlos.
Yeah.
We were desmadrosos.
Yeah.
Desmadrosos. We were in class, and we were not... first of all, they didn't even allow us to do shit because we were always getting in trouble.
Yeah.
So because we were getting in trouble...
We couldn't bake.
Exactly, we couldn't bake. So we were like, fuck this. So we had... You might know him, too, because he was a TA in the Baldwin Park School District. Mr. Dickerson. Mm-hmm. You remember? He was a Hindu guy. He was a substitute.
Mr. Dixon.
Mr. Dixon.
Maybe.
He was a Hindu guy. And he was funny, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't funny because he didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. And he TA'd all over Baldwin Park. So
no, he was a substitute, fool.
Substitute.
Yeah, TA. What the fuck? Substitute teacher. Yeah, he was a substitute teacher all over Baldwin Park.
Yeah.
So one day he was substituting that class.
Fuck.
And he didn't give a fuck. Me and Carlos decided to put a sponge and a wooden spoon in the microwave, and we put 30 minutes.
And it blew up?
Fool, it started smoking.
No. Oh, because the wood, huh?
Yeah, because the wood. That shit caught on fire. It didn't blow up, but it caught on fire, and it was like smoke. Like,
and they had a...
They evacuated us. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
And Dixon all calm and shit.
Yeah. Fool.
That one wouldn't give a fuck. He'd be like, oh, chill.
They knew it was us.
Yeah, but he didn't say nothing.
He didn't see us.
Oh.
He didn't give a fuck.
So
But Miss
like,
Kadawa came back, or Miss Kojima, whatever the fuck her name was. She's like,
She
I know
lost
it's
her
you two.
shit.
I know it's you two. So who's gonna confess? Me and Carlos denied all. Like, we just, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know it's you two motherfuckers. Like,
Fuck.
we were bad, nothing. We couldn't do nothing for the rest of the year.
Touch nothing. You can't even
Nothing.
pick up a spoon, homie.
Nothing, fool. So yeah, microwaves, don't fuck around with microwaves. Dog.
Yeah,
Don't-
hell
be
yeah.
careful what you put in there. Even the sopitas,
The
dog.
sopita. The baruchan. Boom.
Don't say if you don't put water in this shit, you gotta start burning, dog.
Sorry?
This is crazy.
See what? They catch on fire.
Everything's so crazy now. It's like,
Nah.
can't do nothing now. Can't have no fun, dog. It's crazy. My teachers were, I went to Holland out here. My teachers were cool, dude. But just when I got older, they were just like, you're going to go to jail and this and that. And I was like, fuck, they were right, dude. I went to jail, dude. Yeah, one of
Here I
them,
am now, bro. Like,
one of them that was really, really on me was Miss Selectman. I went to BP. I only went to BP for like months, fool. And she was on my bumper, fool. Because I was a stupid kid, too. I'd go high with fucking lokes on. And I'd just go to the back and she'd just be like, just go put your head down. Just go. And I would just go back there and be stupid and shit. And she would be on me, fool. She'd be like, if you don't get it together, you're going to go to prison. I'm like, whatever, bitch. You don't know shit. And then when I started going to jail, I was like, dude, that bitch was right. Like, I went to jail, dude. Like, but I mean, I feel like she was just trying to like wake me up, dude, she wasn't doing nothing bad.
Yeah.
I feel like they're strict because they want you to do good. They don't want you to do bad.
And at that age, we don't take it in. And
We don't
we don't take
take
it from our parents and
Yeah,
shit.
well, I did some fucked up shit. And she knows. Remember Miss Buckner, babe? Oh, I felt so bad, fool. Because this teacher, I was a fucking idiot, fool. I was smoking weed already. This is 7th grade. And this lady was a bitch to me, fool. And, you know what I mean? I was bad, too, so I can't blame her. One day, she would always have this fan on, but she would have it like a weird way. And I'm like, why the hell does she always have it like that? And you know how we run hot? I'm always hot, too. So I'm like, you know what? I'm put this fan on me. So I put the fan on me, and it hits her, fool. So little did I know that she's wearing a wig, fool. So when I'm not lying, fool, the fucking fan hits her, she had like an ugly wig like this, fool, and it just like flies off, fool. The class is rolling, fool. And she's like, you, get up, get out. And I'm just like, oh, shit, dude. Like, I'm fucked, fool. So I go to fucking the principal's office, and she's like, do you know that so-and-so has cancer? And I was like, oh, fuck, dude.
I mean, but how you supposed to know, bro?
I didn't know, dude. I just thought it was like an ugly wig or an ugly hair day. But, fool, she fucking hated me because of that. To this day, she probably still does. Yeah, but I didn't do it like,
on
to
purpose.
be mad.
Yeah.
I just did it because I was hot, and I was so high. Fool. I was like, dude, I'm hot. My neck was sweating. And I just remember everybody was laughing like, fuck. Because her wig, you know how they have the thing where what's that called? Where you, she's down here on that thing.
The projector.
Projector. It hit the projector screen, fool. Like, pow. Fool, and I was just like, oh, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up so bad. And she's like, get out. And the principal was trying to expel me for that. But I told the principal straight out, like, look, I'm being honest. I'm fucking high, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. But I didn't do that shit on purpose, dude. I would have never done it on purpose like that.
He's like, expel me for being high.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't do it. Because he gave me on. Then my mom, fool, she was like, tenía cáncer. No sabías. Dios, ¿cómo no sabías que era una peluca, Victor? And I was like, I'm sorry, mom. Like, I fucking know.
That's
like,
a good ass fan, dog.
Yeah. It was one of those old school ones. They used to call the avión, fool. Yeah. I felt so bad, fool. Those are like the worst things I've done in my life, fool, to a teacher. I mean, but when you're kids, I feel like you do dumb shit. There was another one. Her name was Miss Jordan, fool. She fucking hated me. También, same thing. Because she was like thick, and I would call her like dinosaur butt and all kinds of fucked up names, dude. And now I feel bad, fool, because she would get mad. And one day I remember I seen her crying, and she's like, you think it's easy being fat? And now that I'm fat, I'm like, dude, I feel that pain, dog. Like, you know, because she'll be like, you think I like not being able to wipe my ass? And I was like, I don't know if you do, dude. Like,
she's fucking burning herself.
Yeah. I was like, all right. And we became close because in our school, they used to have because we used to get suspended. And I was like, suspend me. I don't give a fuck. I'll go home and kick back. So what they did is they bought the non-suspension program. I haven't even heard of that.
We had it DICE.
Yes.
It was called the in-house suspension.
In-house.
I used to be there all the time, too.
Exactly. So I was there for 6 months with this lady, fool. Because she'll suspend me, and I'll be like, I don't give a fuck, suspend me again. And they'll call my mom. I'll be like, my mom's not going to come. She's going to lose her job. She's not going to come. She's not going to come. So finally, I'm with her for like fucking months, fool, and everybody's leaving, and I'm like, I know her, so I'm picking up everybody else's stuff, and like we're sitting down, and we have like a little moment, and she's like, you think it's easy being fat? You're always making fun of me. Yeah, everybody laughs. She's like, but do you know what it's like to be fat? And I wasn't fat like that. And I was like, I don't know. And then she's like, you think I like not being able to wipe my ass? You think it's easy? And I was like, I don't know, man. But now que estoy más gordito, I'm like, dude, like I feel for her. I was like, dude, it's hard. It's hard because I used to work at another company. This is a true story, fool. I'm working at LG, and I'm talking to my lady, whatever, right? And I'm sitting down on the chair, fool. You know those chairs that are not good? Fucking eat shit on the chair, fool. Gotcha, fool. In the break room, everybody just looking at me like, fuck. I fucking did this old straight movida, dog. Got my lunch, punched out, went home, dog. I told my lady, she's like, what are you doing home? And I was like, I broke a chair, dude. Like I'm always going to be known as that guy who broke the chair. Like,
allá va aquel güey.
Yeah.
Cuidado, güey, no le pongan silla.
Yeah.
That's a set right there, dog.
Yeah.
That's a set.
Think so?
Like neta. Like, I'm clocking out.
Clocking out.
And you
gotta
have
punch
the stories. You have the stories, and you have the stories. Make it into a set.
Yeah, that's your punchline,
yeah,
dog.
because every time I do something stupid, I'm like, fuck it.
And then when you say a stupid joke, all right, I'm punching out, dog. You know?
Time to punch out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a set, bro.
Hey.
I mean, but it's true. It's life. I mean, that's
true story.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
So
you know what's crazy, bro? That you've had some hard times. You've had some good times. Looking back at your life, it's like a fucking movie, you know? You can literally say you even have a book about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, right now where you're at, when you look back, fool, and you just see your whole life, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, bro? Like,
I mean, I feel like the first thing that comes to my mind is like I feel like somebody who like ran for a long time and it's like all winded, but you made it. Like I feel like I kind of made it already. Like I feel like it was worth it. Like all that shit I went through was like, it was worth it. Cause I used to think like, fool, I got nothing. Like I just went through all that and I'm just at a warehouse wrapping pellets, hating my life. Like fuck. But now that I'm still working, but I have comedy and I have what I can have, the platform is like, fucking, it was worth it. It was worth it, dude. It was like worth the struggles. And I feel like that's my way out, you know? Because I don't knock anybody who works, but I don't want to work like that no more. Yeah. I feel like I already worked too much. Because when I was working in the warehouse, I was working with like paisas, like hardcore paisas. Like they'll like teach you how to like pull the pellet with their foot. Or they'll be like, no sabes hacer nada, cholo huevón, you know? Yeah. But you know what? Like I thank God to those paisas. Even though they weren't my parents or nothing, they showed me how to work, dude.
Mañas, bro.
Yeah, they'll show me, hey, ¿sabes qué? Like, bring the trash can when you're picking up the leaves. Like, work. And I never understood that because I was even a gardener. Shout out to my homie Antonio, right? I got out of jail and I couldn't get a job, fool. I couldn't get a job because of my record, and I had to be a gardener, fool. And I was so embarrassed, fool. I was like, "Fuck, this is the end of the road, dude." But this fool showed me, like, "Hey, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Fool, it's a legit job, dog." Not only did I learn that it was a legit job, but it's a hard fucking job, dude. I was out there fucking mowing lawns, and this fool was a dick, fool.
It's 110 degrees, dog.
And you're out there working. We would have like 6 houses, right, all in one block, and I would try to get in the van, and he'd be like, no. He goes, corta una y síguele pa todas. So this fool would be driving all the way down. He'd wait for me down there, and I'll be fucking in chingas, cutting the grass, just trying to make it to the truck, fool. But I mean, I feel like those people, they show you how to work, and they show you how to value. Because now I'm just like, man, like, I value hard work, and whatever I do it at the best I can, you know.
You know, there's a saying that I heard. I forgot who taught it to me. I don't know, it was on Pacheco, one of the guys that used to be a machinist. But I don't know what it was, but he was always like, "El burro trabaja doble."
Yeah.
It's like, just be smart when you're working, bro. Like you said, bring the trash can and shit. El burro
Those little
doble.
things, yeah.
Yeah, it's the little shit. You know what I'm saying? That helps you fucking
and I
do
feel
your shit
us
better.
being American, we don't understand it. Because Antonio would be like, trabajas como americano. And I'm like, dude, I am American. Like, you know, but what he was really trying to tell you was like, work smarter. Don't work dumb. Like the guy you said, Pacheco. Yeah. Work smarter. And I feel like those lessons are lessons we have to teach our kids. Yeah, because if not, puro pinche no sabo. Okay, no sabo, I love carne asada, love the nachos.
For real, dog.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the no manches segment, I have one question, dog. I want to ask you. Being through everything you went through, being where you're at right now, obviously you're seeing a lot of fruits, a lot of good stuff coming your way, a lot of good shit. If you could go back in time, dog, to young Victor, at the moment where you think maybe your life started spiraling, what would you from now tell yourself from back then?
I would say just gain all the knowledge. I feel like I feel like I wouldn't change it. I would still go through what I go through because it humbled me. It
makes you who you are.
It showed me to appreciate who I am. It showed me a lot of things, you know. And it gave me emotional intelligence, you know, a lot of things, right? And it showed me to step back. You know, like to be considered the next person. Just because I like something doesn't mean she's gonna like it or you're gonna like it, you know. But I would say, you know, just enjoy the ride and learn the lessons. Because I feel like as gente, somebody, like you said, somebody will give you knowledge, fool, like, and we won't take it. I would tell young Victor, enjoy the lesson, enjoy the ride and learn the lessons. Because I would have been better off than I am now. If I would know what I know now, those years ago, man, I'd be like a star. I feel like sky would have been the limit. I would be like, sky's the limit. Because now I've only been doing comedy for 3 years. Yeah. And I'm doing big shows with like Fools Gone Wild. I've gone viral like 3, 4, 5 times. And I'm not doing skits. I'm just saying stories. Yeah. Talking shit. Like regular stuff. Culichi town. That's true. And the reason why I said it is because that does happen. You know, you've been there. Yeah. The ladies be like, unas rosas, I got to, you know, and you feel bad because you think about your mom, like, damn, you know, my señora she's hustling. And then she gets you with just one flower for $40. Yes. And you're like, fuck. You know, and that's not even your hyena, dude. That's a side chick, homie, right? Right? Now you got to tell your hyena what happened to those $40, right? Where they at? You know, you just have to put gas and you don't got no gas in the car. You're driving to work on empty all week, right? Because you want to take some hyena out. But I feel like that's what's funny, fool. Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't change nothing, though. I appreciate what I got because, like I said, now I got a good wife. She supports me. I got good kids. I got a house. Like, I got a career. I'm an author now. Like, I feel like I'm blessed, fool. Like, I'm in a good state of mind, and I just want to share it, you know?
That's badass.
That's dope.
I'll say something, and then we'll move on to our No Manches segment. And then we'll end up the thing. But honestly, bro, I'm glad I reconnected with you, even though we haven't talked in a long time.
But it's good. It's good to see old friends.
And it's good to know that you're doing good. Yeah. And I'm glad that you're doing good, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
thank you. I appreciate it.
Fucking growing up from the same, because we grew up in the same neighborhood, different areas, but same neighborhood.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So knowing that, you know, people where we come from make it,
yeah,
no
that's good,
what,
right?
That's badass.
That's good.
Moving on to No Manches. You know what the No Manches segment is? Okay, so No Manches is where you talk about, you know what No Manches means. Like,
no manches. No manches.
No manches, yeah. It could be something good. Yeah. It could be something good, or it could be a pet peeve, something funny, whatever, something that you experienced. You'll start off?
I'll start it off, dog, because it happened to me today, fool. It was fucking crazy because I was like, damn, I wonder what my No Manches is going to be, right? And then fucking morning, I'm driving and shit. I go to Starbucks to get my fucking coffee. And I'm coming here to the shop to fucking open up to get everything ready. I pick up my coffee and boom, it just fucking falls all over my pants.
Exploding.
It exploded in my fucking, on my driving wheel, on my stereo, on my dash, fucking door.
Oh, so this happened in the car.
It happened in the car, bro.
Fuck,
So
that is
everywhere.
worse, fool.
So
That's
it's like,
worse.
my No Manches, fucking Starbucks baristas, dog. Don't be in a hurry. Make sure you fucking put the lid on correctly. Cause no mames, güey. Me estaba quemando. Now it's all fucking dirty. Now fucking shoes all stained.
Oh, shit.
Bro, it went everywhere. Literally, like, all over my fucking car, bro. I literally had to get toallas to fucking clean everything.
Oh, before it settles in and shit?
Yeah, like, I had a full cup. I hadn't drank from it, so I picked it up once.
Which Starbucks did you go to?
Right here, Irwindale.
The same one?
Oh, yeah, by the agency right there. That little place right there.
Yeah. Right there,
I
dog.
remember when they first built that one.
Yeah, it wasn't fucking closed right. Picked it up.
But I thought you were cool with them.
I am. Okay, Dick, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he did it.
No, dog.
¿Sabe lo que le hizo?
Hizo
Hizo las cosas nomás por hacerlas. So that was just trying to be fast because there's people, he just fucking put the lid on, didn't even put it on correctly.
My Starbucks people this morning were fucking hyper. They're
Yeah?
pretty cool. Yeah, they were.
This one?
Yeah, no, the one by my mom's house right there by the mall.
So let me finish my No Manches. My No Manches, just, you're going to do something, do it right. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't be
But
in a
that's
hurry.
like No Manches every time.
Right there. People don't do shit right.
That's true.
Hey, my No Manches is los llanteros.
Oh.
Fuck, fool. So, and no offense, bro, but fuck. Don't be careful who you fucking hire. Make sure you know how to put llantas on. So I fucking popped 2 tires maybe like a month and a half ago. I hit a fucking big old pothole. Right? I didn't even see it. I was fucking blew 2 tires out. I see them putazo. And it was a Friday, and it was like 6:30 p.m. I was with my kids. Fuck. I had all 3 of them, and I was like, fuck, like, where the fuck am I gonna fucking
get a tire
llanta right now? Luckily, in San Bernardino,
oh, yeah.
there's a 24/7
on baseline.
Yeah.
I've been there. I went there before.
There's a 24/7 fucking llanteria.
Yeah.
But they hire like
Tweakers, dude.
like,
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. I've been there. Fool. I was like, are you certified for this shit?
They jack your tires, dog, not put them on.
Oh, the guy where I went there, the one you're talking about, he was putting my used tire back on.
And he charged you for it.
Yeah, it was $10. I was like, bro, I just came to get a patch put on. Why are you taking my tire off?
Yeah.
Those guys, they hire anybody. I know exactly what you're talking about,
So
fool.
they didn't put it on right, fool. And
I think they're fucking partying, dude, honestly.
no, they look like they were fucking.
Yeah, they fuck around,
They were
fool.
on some shit.
You go in there, it's like you're getting a tire change, and there's a hooker right there, everything right there.
Yeah,
fool.
it's a sketchy. I told you.
It's a sketchy area, dude.
You've been there. You've been on Waterman.
Baseline,
and
yeah.
fucking-
Oh, yeah, Waterman, yeah.
The whole area is sketchy, fool.
Sketch.
So no mames. Like, if you're gonna put a tire on, make sure you get the
Do it
vatos
right.
that- yeah. I had the vato literally. The reason why I knew is because a bola came out of the side, like a fucking bubble. And I took it to my normal llantero, and he's like, "Hey, fool, who put this shit on?" And I told him, "The fool's on fucking San Marino and blah blah blah." He's like, "No mames, way. These fools don't know how to put shit on. Fool, you could have fucking like
Explode, because that shit was,
exploded,
I was
yeah.
driving like that, remember, Johnny, with the bubble? Supposedly that would explode. My tire looked like it had a fucking
Boom.
style,
Yeah.
dude.
It looked like a chipotle,
like a
fool.
perilla,
Like a
yeah.
fucking chipotle,
Who got
man.
fucked up, dog?
I no, dude, trip out on this. That's your no manches?
No manches.
Mine was this, dude, and I put it on me, dude, because I was a fucking dumbass, dude. I'm one of those guys that I'm not gonna fix nothing till it explodes, dude. Like I'm one of those guys.
Hey, dog, you didn't go back to fix that microwave, though.
No, that exploded. This one, my lady's witness, fool. I'm driving a car. It's a Nissan Altima, fool. Altima Activities, whatever, right? And it's which one was it? The back tire, right, babe? The back tire, the brake gives out. And I'm like, it's giving out. It's not that bad. I'll fix it in a week. A week turns into a month. A month turns into 6 months, dog. So now I'm driving and I have to have the music on full blast because when I'm braking here, like so bad, fool, grinding, fool. So it's like metal on metal, fool. So you could hear, I'm like, dude, it's not that loud, because I'm always with the music, right? One day my lady's like, no manches, fool, like lower the volume so you could hear, right? It was so bad. Even the neighbors were hearing it. The neighbor who fixes llantas, he knew that it was my car. He's like, oh, you want to fix that back tire, right? The left one, that one that has no brakes.
The one that's fucking making all the noise?
Oh, it was so, and I would leave early in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning. So imagine everybody was getting a straight concierto, fool. Like, yeah, so I didn't even know how bad it was. So he takes off the whole tire, right? Sends me a picture of the rim. It's just the thing, no brake. It's just the 2 little pads. This one is like super skinny because I guess I was burning on the pad. The disc that shit looks like a turntable. Yeah. It looked like somebody was being a DJ, dog. That shit was bad, dog. So to all the people that are like me, no manches, dude. Like, get shit and fix it right, dog. Don't wait till the last minute because I ended up
it's always worse.
Yeah, I ended up paying like $300 when I could have just paid
you had to buy the fucking pads.
all that shit.
Hey, bro, what did Don Pacheco say?
Yeah, do things right. Me, el burro. I'm the burro.
We're all guilty of that shit, though, bro. We're all guilty of fucking...
think, I'm going to fix it tomorrow, or it's not that bad, but... Yeah. And then when you do fix it, I ended up paying like $300-$400.
We pay extra
for something that I could have just bought brakes for $60. Yeah, I mean, it paid somebody maybe $50 to change them.
So if you hear fucking screeching,
that's my car right there.
That's fucking Victor cruising to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
He's just having a comedy show, so make sure you check it out.
Yeah. You guys want to hear another funny story? Okay, so trip out. I'm at 7-Eleven, and I always tell my lady I don't like to go places, because when you're drinking, like we're just chilling, you get all busted up, shorts, no undershirt. And I have ugly ass feet, like straight pterodactyl toes, like Mexican feet, So I'm in there with sandals, no socks, and I tell my lady, I fucking pray to God, hopefully nobody recognizes me. I don't see nobody, dude. Que me sale la pinche señora de 7-Eleven, She's like, oh my God, it's a new lady at 7-Eleven, and I'm there to buy beer. And she's like, hey, you're the guy from TikTok. And I was like, I don't know, because I'm embarrassed, fool. I got a muscle shirt on. I got stains on there. Fucking championship shorts with a shoelace. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so I'm like, hey, if you take a picture, just, don't tag me, but just crop all this out. And she's like, oh, you don't want nobody to know about your busted up ass feet, huh? And I was like, nah, man, that shit's all bad, fool.
Imagine if Fool's Gone Wild would have got to hold that picture, fool.
Oh, that shit would have went viral, dude. Yeah. I thought about it, but it's hard for me to do that, fool. Because even with my feet, I was like, I always wear my socks.
I got fucked up feet too.
Yeah, you can't do it, right?
I got 2 fucked up toes.
Oh, I got all of them, fool. That shit's bad, fool.
I got a couple too, Dad.
See?
I think we all do, bro.
Yeah, it's like a thing, right? Yeah. You can't wear sandals. I'm good.
That shit, what is
with socks, bro. We wear socks and shit. We wear slides, bro.
Normalize fucked up feet.
Yes, I do. I wear slides.
Normalize fucked up feet, fool.
Yeah, we should, honestly. Like the fat girls normalize being fat. We should do that. Dad, they do that. They're like, I'm just empowering my body. Shut up. Right? We should do that. Real men wear no sandals. No socks.
No socks.
Fuck that, dog. I feel bad.
Start a movement.
Have you gone to the beach and shit? What I do when I sit down, I dig them into the sand.
I bury that shit in the sand, fool, like a fucking...
Why is your fucking sandal over here? Oh,
you tell the kids, hey, bury my feet.
Build a castle right here.
For real. You ready to move on to Words of Wisdom?
Yeah, Words of Wisdom. This is where you get the platform to end the podcast. You're going to talk about something that you live by or something that you do on a daily basis, bro, that anybody can use in their life to be better or to become better.
I would say, like he said, when you have a little bad fuck up, don't let it dictate your whole day. Because back in the days I would. Back in the days somebody would step in my shoe and I'm like, fuck, my day's over, right? And I feel like that just attracts all the negative energy. I would say even though your day starts bad, try your hardest to switch it. Because at the end of the day, it's not fucking brujeria that's going to dictate your day. It's not some chain you're wearing. It's you. It's you. Believe in you. I feel like we don't believe in ourselves as much as we should. I feel like we need to give ourselves more credit for what we do. So I would say that'd be what I live by. I live by the fact that, at the end of the day, like I told you about my comedy show, even though all my promoters ranked out and everybody left me, I still got me. So I want everybody to know that no matter what happens, if you ain't got nobody, you got yourself. And that's enough. That's enough.
That's dope.
Okay. Yep. That's how it is, bro. And it fucking sucks that we don't learn that shit in life till we're way older.
40.
It's like it's fucking crazy. Like all the shit, like you said, you go back, just gain all that fucking knowledge that we're fucking experiencing, and we don't.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it's even if you're at 40, sometimes it's hard because of that self-doubt.
Yeah.
Or what people tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I struggle with that. I'm telling you, I'm one of those vatos, I read every comment. My lady hates me for that. She honestly helps me a lot. And I feel like I don't give her enough credit, because the pura neta, way. If I wasn't with my lady right now, I wouldn't be where I'm at. That's facts, fool. Because me, I'm a desmadroso. I love to do coke. I drink. Fucking drive, just something cool about being behind the wheel when you're drinking, But my lady should be like, don't do it, Yeah. She'll tell me, like, hey, you're already too drunk. Like, slow down. You're not going to land your jokes. And I'm like, you don't know shit. I'm the comedian. You don't know nothing. And then I get off stage like, fuck, I fucking suck.
She was right, fuck.
Yeah, so, like, I say that, like, I give her credit, like, she's a good woman, and I'm glad that I have her. And she keeps me right. If I would have never bought a house, I wouldn't be responsible, Even trademarking, she's the first one that got me trademarked. She made my logo, and... I give her thanks,
That's dope.
I feel like we don't. Vatos are like, I did it, it was me. And, it's always somebody helped you, whether it's homies or not everybody's going to do it by themselves. Yeah. And I feel like it's okay to give somebody credit.
For sure.
Right?
100%, bro.
And shout out to your wife.
Yeah, thank you to my wife. Right there.
Thanks for coming here.
My driver, everything, dude. She's everything. She's my manager. I don't got Zelle, fool, because I don't got nothing. She's the one that takes all my Zelle payments, everything. That's dope. Imagine who puts up with that, dog. No, yeah. Anybody else would be like, get it together, motherfucker.
No, you know who else, bro? An adult, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, a regular person. I don't even got a bank. I don't even got a bank card, fool. I got a prepaid fucking bank that I used to use when I was in jail, fool. That's the bank I have.
Hey, they gave you good service back then, dog. You gotta keep it
never did me dirty. I gotta stay loyal to them.
Sponsor away.
Yeah, shout out to PayPal, man. They're right there. Right here. Shout out to PayPal, man. Oh yeah, hooking your boy up.
I got one too.
Been with you since prison. The green dot? The green dot?
No, I got the PayPal.
You got the PayPal card too?
Yeah, what the fuck? I love PayPal, dog.
Hey, but it's like a real bank.
I know.
Right?
Mira, aquí está. PayPal, homie.
Oh shit.
That's a ball apart thing.
Yeah, they got the wireless too, fool. So
she told me about that. I didn't even know, because I'm like, why is everybody touching that shit? She's like, dude, that's how you pay.
Yeah, that's how you pay now, dog. Or a phone.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy, dude. It's like technology is so crazy now.
It's crazy, bro. It's fucking only getting more. What's the word for more technological? More advanced. There you go.
More advanced, because the whole AI shit, like how you were saying, is like crazy.
I wouldn't even
because that's what they're saying they're trying to do to the actors. That's how you know they're on strike, right?
Yeah.
I tripped out on that. So they took one picture of you, and that's it.
They use their body the whole time.
And they can make you talk.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole again.
Right?
We fucking been down that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we talked about it here. It's
crazy,
It's fucking trippy.
But yeah, bro, we wanna thank you, man. What you're doing, bro, being like you said, telling your story. You've had a crazy ass story, and you just being able to talk about it, fucking put it in a book, trying to inspire the next generation, bro, of people that come from hoods like ours and grow up in environments like us, man. Like, that's dope. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing, bro. We're gonna keep supporting you.
We'll invite you guys to one of my comedy shows.
Oh, for sure, bro. We're there, bro.
Sure.
Yeah. We want to thank you for coming out.
I want to say thank you too, bro.
I know you said it's one of your last podcasts in a while, bro.
This is gonna be my last podcast.
So we appreciate it being this one.
Yeah, I appreciate that, dog. Hey, Misled Kids, right?
Yeah,
you can find it on
Amazon. It's right now, we're gonna do paperback maybe in a couple of weeks, but right now it's just on Amazon Kindle.
Okay.
So you just go on Amazon, you download it, and it's a good book. I've got like all a bunch of people good reviews. It's a good book.
Yeah,
so.
I was trying to get the paperback, but I didn't see no paperback.
Yeah, there's no paperback. Okay. We're gonna do it like in a couple of weeks, no, babe?
Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys catch that Misled Kids by Victor. Make sure you guys check it out, share it, everything. We're gonna make sure we get our copies too.
Where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, Young Beavz Comedy, on TikTok, Young Beavz Comedy, Facebook, Young Beavz Comedy.
Any shows coming up?
I just got that one in Marina Del Rey on Friday. It's September 8th. And then that's really all I got pending right now. I got a couple other shows that I haven't locked in yet, but that one for sure.
Hey,
but I mean,
just
check me out. Yeah,
comedy clubs. You listening?
Check me out, dude. Don't miss out, dude. It's gonna happen.
There you go, bro.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you again, Carnal.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on a Sunday. Appreciate it, and we wish you good luck on everything.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Peace
everybody.
out.